I go for the if I'm on an open map, I do better. If it's I only usually beat higher OS people than me if there's choke points because I don't have as much to micro.
Mm.
Let's
Yeah.
do this one. This is
Yeah,
the one.
I know for one of. I mean, you remember when you remember when I did that really decent map the other day when I was there? I've got to do that. I'm going to start a thing to do that this week. You know what I mean? Retrospective thing of that game that I played the other day on Friday. Really
Yeah,
good.
I can imagine what it's going to be. Holy shit! Wow, I did good. By the way, I segregated the video ideas and the bacon eggs channels into one category of their own, so it's just below the ARNL chat, just to make it a bit easier for pigs, because I
Oh,
know you
perfect.
have a bit of trouble navigating Discord, so they're together now.
Sweet as. I
Yeah,
didn't even
that's
know you could
easy.
do that. Cheers.
Beg your pardon?
I said
Wait a
sweet
minute,
as. I
I'm
didn't
going
even
on
know that you could do it.
I
Sorry, I didn't catch your tweet.
What was the password?
That's in
Uh,
the chat.
Oh.
In here. Give me a second, I'll ping you. What'd you
Oh,
say,
yep,
sorry? I didn't catch.
NX5H.
Yeah. I didn't catch you.
jump
Have you
back in
decided the
the.
map or am I deciding the map?
No, I've already done it. Just jump back in the play. I just spec'd Tom, and
Oh,
now
did
Prey's
I
in
just?
there, so
Oh,
he'll have
I'm
to
in there.
spec. Now jump in. Knew that would happen.
Oh, I better
So
leave and come back then.
no, you just have to press join
No,
above your
you just
names.
And I'm back. No, it just lost me completely. I wasn't even there.
Okay,
I'm
weird.
back now.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to have someone like talk you through while you're playing, or
No, just let me play it as. Just let me play it as I play it. What I'll do is I'll mute my own mic as well because obviously I'll start talking to myself and that can be quite distracting for you lot, so you can't hear me.
now last thing before
Um,
you mute then. How do you want Twig to play? Do you want him to go easy or do you want him to just go to win?
play as he wants to play. The whole point is if I don't, if you go easy on me, that's not how you would play normally.
that's right.
Just play how you. If it takes 5 minutes to win me, it takes 5 minutes. But I'll learn, and hopefully other people, if we're going to do this, is like a practice run. You know what I mean? And see
Mm-hmm.
what we like, see what we don't like between us all. And we all have equal say as each other. There's no like, well, it's your thing. You make the decision. No, I'm not having that. I'm saying
You want
whoever's
to press
going to do this, like B, Twig, Tom wants to do it if he wants to pay. We all have equal say as each other, and in that way, there's no like, weirdness or anything. And I think we can build something between us, like I said. So I'm going to mute
Absolutely.
my mic now, so you won't hear me. Thank God.
thank fuck this silence. Oh my god, that's so good. Is anyone else's ears feeling better?
You can shut the fuck up. I'm going back to this.
Right, I'll shut up now and stop distracting.
Battle started.
Fuck's sake! I didn't pick the team I wanted. Oh well. And feel free to unmute yourself, pigs, to talk. I suppose you three spectators just get to talk shit to keep the stream entertaining for the one viewer.
I wasn't going to actually talk shit. I was going to let you concentrate.
I am going to try and play properly, but at the same time, I'm not going to go like full focus, don't talk.
This is a big map for 1v1.
This is the one he played the other night that I was watching.
Yeah.
He got up to.
Yeah, it's a freaking big map, and I've never even played this map before. And I was thinking, oh, where the hell did it be? I couldn't find myself. That's why I was like stood there for a few seconds. I don't care. I can't not talk. This just drives me nuts.
I was wondering how long it was going to last for.
Ouch.
Oh, we just hit the 60-second mark of the game, so.
Because I've not played this, I've not had chance. That's why I asked to. That's why I asked could I pick the map, because then I could choose which one. Then I've been practicing and messing on.
You can pick the next one,
So
buddy.
that's all right. Bet you he's going to do some weird shit. Oh, I'm going on mic again.
can't help talking to us. Okay, I bet he's going to fly a com drop in.
No, that's what I mean. I can't help talking, and I realise that I'm against you, aren't I? So that's why I did it.
I think what we're gonna do is this, and this will fix the entire problem.
What?
All right, we've set it up so that Pigs has got someone to talk to, and I'm gonna jump in your chat as someone to talk to,
That's a good idea.
so that way you can actually talk about what you're doing on stream and explain why you're doing it, and then I can sort of comment on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you get the idea.
I
And
think
we'll run this as a couple of tests. We'll do a couple of tests until we get it right, and then we'll start pushing it a little bit more once we've got the hang of it.
yeah. I think yeah, I'll just try and do the usual, like the changing 3 different tactics to keep his mind busy.
Yeah, I think like Pigs was saying that he wants you to go ham basically because otherwise he won't learn. But I think that he's wrong in that. I think that you should ramp the difficulty up as he starts
for
to learn,
sure.
because you 100% could just go in and teach him that LLTs can't shoot through your comm and shit like that. Like, you can use positioning to destroy it.
Yeah.
And that's a lesson that he needs to learn someday, but it's not a lesson that he needs to learn ASAP.
I'm definitely not focused right now. What do I want to do? I want to do that. Good old blueprints, they're good value.
Yeah, I've been setting up. I deleted the ones that I had, I think, and I've changed them over to the faction that I'm actually playing. So we'll see how that goes. Because yes, it would be very nice to
Sending some ticks my way. I was going to let them go past and build 1, 2, 3 grunts to kill them. So, one thing he probably has to learn at this stage is splitting troops.
Yep.
And chasing them.
Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty. Getting all his max. You're gonna get all his maxes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dirty.
And then I think I'll leave too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave. Oh, he's in my base. That's smart. Thought he was going to do that though. That's why I built those. I'm going to leave and leave him hiding somewhere to...
So you can dash back in later.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is yeah. He's.
I forgot to put repeat on. Classic.
I would be very interested to know what the other guys are saying, because I want to know. Well, I don't disagree with them helping him out for the first couple of PvP games, because there's stuff that you actually just need to be coached through.
Yeah.
So I hope they're actually helping him out by telling him how to deal with that situation if it comes up again, or calming him down, something along those lines of keeping his head in the game, because it's not where he's at isn't a lost position yet.
No.
You've definitely crippled him, but if he can do something to cripple you, because you never have an LLT in your base, you hear that, everyone in on YouTube? If you ever play against Twig, he never has an LLT in his base. Just bear that in mind.
That's something that I forgot what I was going to say now. But yeah, I actually have been doing the odd LLT because Bruticus has taught me that.
Yep.
I'm actually going to do a bit of
anti-air. The thing
is,
an LLT is good. However, if you don't use the LLT to prevent entry into your base, you can actually do things like use wind farms to block the LLT from shooting you, so you can actually still clear everything that's there.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a they're good, but they're not actually a complete and total savior.
I've done pretty shit in spending my metal.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. It's because you only got one build turret. Oh no,
Yeah,
you've got two now. You've got
I
a
just
second.
realised what I was doing. I'm not that stressed at the moment, so.
No, I think I feel like the fact that you crippled him with metal
Yeah.
while he was, because like you saw what he was building while let me just check your view specifically. Yeah, you saw what he was building, which means that he's metal starved as well.
I'd hide those grunts.
Or at least you'd expect him to, unless it was a feint. I don't think he's quite at that point yet. And because we've played a lot of PvE with him, I suspect he's orienting his build towards PvE, and because we spend a lot of time protecting him,
Yeah.
he'll be going for a greedier start than you can expect. But the crippling of metal will have slowed that down.
Yeah, if I was to play full on right now, I'd have units on his front line.
I know you would. You would also have the 4 Mexus at the bottom, like at least 4 of the Mexus below you by now.
Yeah. Now this will tell if they're talking to him or not.
I can already tell you they're probably not.
I'm just going to.
They're talking, but I don't think that
Actually,
they're
before I
teaching.
do the air lab, I'm going to finish that geo. Where's the com? So why is energy so low?
Well, because of what Wind's sitting at, and it's the fact that you haven't invested in any solars yet.
Looks like he hasn't spread up to all these. So these ones here are really safe metals to capture until
They're
you
very safe metals to capture.
get air or something
Though you
like
can
that.
absolutely, if you'd gone tanks, you can wipe them super easy because they're in range of Wolverines. But you haven't, so.
Alright, interesting. Maybe he had a radar and could see my units up there. One thing he has to learn with PvP as well is it's all about killing the com. So you can be down, but if you snipe that com.
But if you sniping the com is just as good as a victory because it is one.
Yeah, these videos I'm not going to just fucking up by building this turret. I'm not going to just stream this. I'm going to then go like break out the individual games and then upload those as videos rather than just putting. Oh, what am I doing? Fucking reclaiming.
I mean, what you're doing right now is playing too passively, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just going to do one thing. As soon as that's built,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this.
Good use of the metal.
That's my energy sorted.
Right. Now I see what you're doing.
I'm just going to send 4. That'll like hit his base at least. Now he went into solars at the start. He always does solars, which is safe for bombing, but yeah. I'll take the com back, even though I shouldn't. Build some anti-air. Okay, get those 4 bombers built, and then I'm going to go into some blueprints.
The bombs are so shiny on this map. Oh yeah, you got that going. Don't forget you need more conversion.
Yeah. Yeah, my ratio is based on like 10 energy a second, so when it goes above.
Yeah.
Let's go down here, seeing as I can't see anything on this radar yet. There, and then straight to bombing that. forgot to put build on.
Spec chat is great.
So he's built no anti-air, or very little anti-air.
Yeah. And that whole investment into energy is not going to be enough.
Take out all these advanced solars.
Yep. Oh, actually, if you don't destroy the metal, there's actually so much reclaim there. If I were you, what I'd be doing is setting those to an area command, like an area attack command, so they just keep bombing his base. Because those LLTs won't shoot him down anytime soon.
Is this calm?
Because you had 3 more mexes to take out in that area.
Yeah.
And then I would have moved in with the ground army. Because your 100% could just stop worrying about controlling the air, and then just do damage with units.
He had an AA over there. I can see he's got troops coming down over here, so I might redirect this over here. He's got a big army down there. Luckily my build is fast enough such that I can counter that.
He pushes with them who take your second geo, which is a good win for him.
I think though, just seeing my first grunts might be.
He could still, even so, if he's quick enough, he could still take the geo.
He needs to learn to not put his units side on. There we go. Just reface them.
Still take the geo. Not anymore. He's still, but there was a tiny window there.
Hey, is not the orientation I want. That one is.
He hasn't tried to rebuild his power yet. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But
nah, it's alright. I'm just gonna go and kill now.
The game's a foregone conclusion at this point. It's interesting to me that he hasn't.
We'll reclaim the lab. Let's just rush this. Actually, now I'll teach him about the fact that LLTs don't have a very big shooting range.
Yeah, clear through without losing anything.
It'd be lovely to have a radar bot here. I'm going to actually control group these. Oh, I lost a unit. Get the surround bonus. Don't run into the middle of them.
He traded better than you. Even with less, he actually did
Oh.
more metal damage.
Pawns do a great job
Yeah.
once they get close.
I just saw your spiders, you little bastard.
Okay, I'll just rush it now.
If you want him to stop degunning, send your spider up to the geo.
Smart.
Not this.
Can't chase rocket bots. Let's jump back in their chat.
Battle ended.
But I got a runner up.
You did.
Beautiful.
Well, first thing is,
I'm going to say something. I got a runner up, even though there's only 2 playing.
the first thing is, he didn't look at the wind on the map, like I said before.
No.
Yeah, when I saw the solars, I was like, oh no.
Actually, I kind of want to add to that a little bit. You invested in 6 tier 2 solars, and I've noticed that you do that a lot in PvE as well. One of the things one of the lessons, the lesson that I want to concentrate on from this one is learning the map. So you had access to 2 geos, I think, or one or two. One
Yeah,
or
he
two
had
geos.
he had one on the hill. That
One
was quite
close and
I got
one
one.
far
I
geo.
got one.
Yeah, which means that one geo negated your need for those early solars almost completely. So as Bruticus said, with the wind risk, it was a average wind of 14.9 and a wind risk of 6% for a wind risk of 6.6%, which means that there's I don't oppose a safety solar even on good maps like this. I build a safety solar, but as far
Not
as
as many.
going, yeah, I would build a T1 solar and I would have built wind. I would have built just enough wind to afford to get a geo, so we're talking like 16 wins at most. And just that would have freed you up to have the metal for defending that first attack, because the metal wouldn't have been inside of 4 solars, like 4 tier 1 solars and half of a tier 2
Yeah,
solar.
I could have got more.
And the other
I think
thing,
this is the problem with on the Cortex. See, I feel the Grunt's a lot better than the Pawn, and really
Yes.
the Armada doesn't have a lot of
I
options.
disagree. I reckon the pawns are better than the grunts if microed better.
yeah,
So,
you
but
just got to be able to
that's
catch
not
the.
that,
gotta
but
be
that's
able
not
to-
the level of play that we're in.
Yeah. So yeah.
You got to catch the grunts before you can beat the grunts, and if the grunts start fighting, there's no point chasing them. It's just better off.
Pawns are now they modded pawns like a month ago. They're now faster.
So
Yeah, they
that couple of seconds of kiting can change the fight still.
yeah.
Yeah.
The thing
But
to
I also
no, you go.
No, I also think that when you get to the stage of doing the thug on the Cortex one, that's like it's a bit like a Grunt 2.1.5, isn't it? Again, the Armada doesn't have anything that can count until it gets a bit later. It won't stand any chance.
The
of
light
getting through
plasma
the
bot, for the cost of the thug, you can build like a couple light plasma bots, or like 1.5. So they're quite good, I find.
One of the
That's
key
where I
things that
struggle. Is which is the best? Which is the best between? Because obviously the first thing that you
They
have
each
to,
have
and you always
strengths.
do it. I've noticed is the grunt.
Yeah, I always
How do you
go
countermand that as an armada to start with?
a
Or
pawn, a
push it
pawn,
back?
a pawn,
So yeah,
Just a
but
pawn.
it's not so
or a
much about
laser.
pushing it back. It's about taking the right fight. So
Right.
when you're if Twig is trying to engage on you because you have the faster unit, it's your onus to it's your onus to run away and make and if you can't, you can't. It means that he's taken a good fight. But if you can, you run away and try and lead him into your LLTs or something along those lines,
Hmm.
or you if you're quick enough, or you split your army in two and surround him. Because the thing about a grunt is a wait, hold on. Grunt is the one is Pigs is one, yeah.
No, his was
Right.
he was
The
pawn.
cortex.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
The pawn
Cortex is what Twigs.
the pawn is faster and has higher DPS, but shorter range and less accuracy. Which means that you need when you take a fight with Twig, you need to get into him harder because your unit's spitting out those little plasma balls.
Perfect
If
example was at the
if
end
they
there.
if you lined up two lines of these things and on hold fire, 10 in each line, and you put them right in front of each other and then turned off hold fire, then the pawn will absolutely dominate the grunt.
Yeah, and
Absolutely
you
dominate
showed
the
that at
grunt.
the end when I had the grunts and the agitators in your back
Yeah.
line. You ran through and Prey noted it out to me when I did it that you actually had a better trade than me. I lost more than you
Yep.
did, and you had less units than me.
And that's what I
Your
pointed out.
Oh, okay.
You didn't stop in the middle of his units. You ran them through
ran them through.
Yeah.
If you'd
and
stopped in the
out of
middle of those
range.
agitators,
Mm.
are they agitators? Oh,
I'm
anyway,
I'm just
if
going
you'd
to drop
stopped in
for
the middle
30
of the
seconds.
ramparts,
Pigs, pick the next map you want to do. I'll be back in 30.
so
I think
yeah,
the
if you'd
biggest
stopped in
thing
the oh no, yeah, you go, Tom.
that I noticed because I was watching your player cam a bunch during that, I would recommend zooming out more so that you've got some awareness about the vision limits of like what you can see. So keeping an eye on like if you've got units at the front, what they can see, if you've got radars, if there's anything showing up on the edge of the radars and that sort of stuff.
Hmm.
Because that first push that came into you, you could see them um, like on the
With
map
the
Mm.
for
and you
like a
could
good
see them.
15 seconds or so
Yeah,
before you actually saw them because you were zoomed in.
and that's why I was
Mm.
saying zoom out. I didn't want to give away Twig's attack with the three grunts, but you literally ran ticks past them, and ticks have got an enormous thing, and that's why I was saying,
Yeah.
you need to zoom out more.
Yeah.
So I think that
So
would
Yeah, well, that's
probably
it.
make the most difference.
So the truest as I said when I started talking about this one, map awareness is the focus is what we should take away from this one. So partially that's looking at the map as it stands when you start, but it's also looking at the map more as you play. Um, you'll if you were to ever watch myself, Twig, Tom, Bruticus play, you'll watch our screens go bounce up and down, up and down, up and down, because we are constantly zooming in where we need to do stuff, and then we're zooming back out so that we can see everything. Um,
It's not applicable for this game since you're doing one on one, but it's always good to zoom out and see what's happening elsewhere as well,
yeah,
because there might be an attack coming in on someone else and they haven't spotted it, and you could ping it, or you might have like let's say a little raid's coming through and you have a bunch of pawns. You could send your pawns over if you didn't need them to help defend that raid as
yep.
well.
What map
You
pigs?
probably hear.
A
He selected it, but it
faster than
timed
light.
out.
Oh, okay, I can
Um,
read it. Sorry.
So the other thing that you'll probably hear it now. Now that we say it, you'll probably hear it when we're playing PVE. You'll hear someone saying "on my way" or something like that. It's because we've seen an attack coming in the lane to our left or right, and we know that even if both of us lose all of our units, it's better to
Yeah.
lose all of our units together and deal more damage than have one person
Mm.
get completely destroyed for nothing.
Mm.
Yeah,
Which like I try and do that as much as I can when I'm next to someone.
because if you have a fight and you lose absolutely everything, at least everything's still in the same metal pile, and
Yeah,
you've
that as well.
completely
If
wiped the army. If you lose and they still have stuff and push into you, then you often lose the metal reclaim field. So it's better off to have complete, um, like being completely wiped on both sides, then you generally meet at about the same spot at about the same time. Whereas if you
Mm.
lose and they've still got something, that's when you start getting pushed real hard.
Because they'll push you back and back and back, and then it's harder and harder to get back to that reclaim. And even if you do make it back to that reclaim, by then they could have rest half the units, eaten half the units, or even eaten a lot, and turned it into more units to fuck you over even harder. Like a snowball effect.
I'm gonna grab my dinner. I'll be back in a sec.
One more, Pigs, and then...
Hey, put that on this map. You know them. Well, at the top and the north one. You know the little platform and the other
Yeah.
platform on the other side. Put your squares each to them.
Okay, so you have
You
to
get what I
spawn
mean?
them. Well, with
'Cause
Duel,
I can't move them.
yeah,
In Duel.
in Duel it's a fixed positions. You start at the top.
All right. Oh, I see.
Is that where you want to start,
Doesn't
at the
matter then.
top?
Well, no. What I was doing. I was doing when we played the other week.
Yeah.
I used that as a blueprint to start practicing on this map.
Okay.
And do it that way. If you can't do it, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll just play.
It
And
will
the whole
spawn
point
you up
is
there.
it's but also I think like I'm taking a lot from what your lot say. It's a bit like an overload, like because obviously it's trying to remember what everybody says all at the same time, but it's a bit difficult. But I think if we take this as a prelude to what we want to do, what do you guys feel?
Well,
I
even
mean,
just listening
Tom's
to you
not
guys
here, he's just looking
talk,
up. Do you think it'll work?
listening
think
to you
it
guys
will.
talk straight after that game, then like just talking through it, like a lot of people will be interested in what you have to say. Like what Prey said about the solar and the geo, like
Mm.
people need to know that if they're wanting to learn the game.
I think that a very useful way of doing the video would be for someone like Tom or myself to record it, and you could even have 3 people talking during it, but preferably 2 or thereabouts. There's a few ways of doing it. The first one is having the players actually talk through what they're doing, and then have another group of people come in and do the teaching afterwards during a replay, so you can actually see the teachable bits. The other way is to have a live commentary and then the lesson afterwards, and I think that will be. I actually think that you hit on quite a winner, because you were saying, Pigs, it's very important for us to introduce ourselves as personalities. I hadn't really thought of that, but I agree. Throwing too many people at the problem at once isn't great. And so having a series of videos, like perhaps like a Twig and a Bruticus, or actually Twig and me analyzing it on his channel, Tom and Bruticus analyzing it on yours, and then I actually think you'll both channels will start picking up steam as people want.
Well, I don't mind swapping the videos. We could all have each other's videos. That doesn't bother me at all. To be honest with you, I'd rather build. But so like I said before, last on Friday, I don't just want to build my channel. I want to build Twig's channel or this as well. Let's do it together. You know what I mean? As a team thing. That's
what I'm getting at is if you upload too many videos to a channel and not everyone watches them. So like let's just say that you're doing 2 separate commentaries of the same match.
right.
It's detrimental to the channel, because if half the people only watch one and half watch the other, it's not such a good thing, because it makes the overall individual video counts worse. At least that's my understanding of the algorithm. So you definitely you want to be careful with just how much of the same video commentary you post and how quickly you post it. Like you could do something like Teaching Tuesday or something, and you put up a single tutorial video or 2 tutorial videos on Tuesday, or however it is that it works.
All right, you ready to go with this game?
Like I said, I'd see what
Yeah.
people want.
Let's get the game rolling.
Yep. I'll jump Twig into the other channel. Let's go.
I don't want to move him.
Battle started.
I reckon I'll just do it. This is what I meant to do last game. Send some ticks in really quickly. Poor bloke's got to listen to a lot of different opinions as well.
Oh yeah, 100%. And we're all definitely guilty of over talking.
I got told off a little bit before. I got to clean the dishwasher after this one. I reckon get Tom in against him would be a good thing. Probably a little bit. Like Tom doesn't know the typical reactions to each move.
Yep. I might actually clear my desk and pull out a Gundam and start making a Gundam while we do this.
That's a good idea.
I don't mind sitting down and doing some commentary and just chilling doing my own thing.
Poor Dad's gone to the airport to go to Sydney. Helped Tim and Isabel with the move.
Yep.
And
as he brought his
flight delayed 5-6 hours.
Oh.
I dropped him off at like 3 p.m. and he's still there waiting.
That's a delayed flight and a half. Hold on, my computer's making a weird noise.
Low power.
Send a tick bowling. Oh, the comm's straight here. Is he going to get them all? He does. Did he not build a lab first? He's got no power to shoot. He's not going to be able to shoot from this LLT because I've killed the solars.
Sorry, one of my fan bearings just went. And I see that you've annihilated him with 2 ticks.
I just kept
them directly behind the building.
Yeah, and he's got no solar.
Yep.
I don't think it can shoot anyway. There you go, it's shot out.
No, okay, it's I need to go deal with that again.
Phew. Got it down to 17%.
Low power.
Seems to be okay now. Oh, you didn't quite get it.
Nah, 17% I got it down to.
Nice. So, I feel he's done so much damage that he's just stuffed now.
Yeah, well, he only built 2 solars, and an LLT is not going to run off the top of that when you're also building the lab.
Yep.
Building out of the lab, I should say.
Just end this one quick.
Yeah, I'm going to.
I reckon.
Just going with more ticks now.
Okay.
LLTs will get taken out by these towers.
It's the same one over and over again. I just can't disconnect it.
Low power.
If only I could afford a new PC.
You don't need a new one. Yours is like 10 times better than mine. Times infinity.
Claptrap was saying, Claptrap was just saying that I need to get a new PC because it's making weird noises because it's just a fan bearing going. But I can't actually disconnect it without turning my computer off because I need to get into I need to actually get past a couple of things to do it.
It's like voltage pair of scissors.
That was a good trade.
That is why you don't cheap out on computer fans. Because the new magnetic bearings can't do that because they don't touch.
He would be smart right now to be building Rocketeers himself.
Yep. Because he has the healing advantage. He could take a few Rocketeers can actually be very strong against multiple when it's frontline versus backline.
Man, cannot keep up with this wind demand.
Alright, I'm gonna go hit this thing with a hammer.
Battle ended.
Damn
I
boy.
don't know what it is. Huh?
Damn boy.
Well, that was
I'll tell you what you did wrong there at the start.
I don't know why. I just seem to play worse when I'm doing this than I do when I'm doing. Maybe I'm reliant on you. You know what I mean? I just can concentrate on what I'm doing and not have to.
As soon as I realised something, what you did wrong there, you built 2 solars at the start and you built an LLT. While your LLT down the bottom was built, I noticed that when my ticks ran through, it wasn't shooting at them. So straight away I knew I could commit all my ticks and only have to deal with your commander to get past them. You cannot build an LLT if you're building out of a factory at the same time. So if you wanted to defend really quickly, you should have turned your factory off to not build units and just had the constructors building solars. Because you essentially turned the LLT off by building out of the factory at the same time. You didn't have enough energy to shoot the laser tower.
Alright, well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the guys are saying build more solars because they won't work, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Your vision was better that game because you saw a couple of the things coming, like particularly after that first one.
Yeah.
Rather than reacting to it, hitting your base, you could
on
actually.
this map, but not against obviously the AI, the harder AI. You know what I mean? And I've been doing okay with it. You know what I mean? We both got to T3, and I didn't want to do anything like air or anything like that. I like to, when I'm trying to practice, I try to practice not make it simple for myself because obviously the better for me is more to learn. You know what I mean? I'd rather have them give me a lot of against me. You know what I mean? Until he did a lot of behemoths at me, and then I was screwed. But anyway, that was a 50. That was about an hour. It was on this map, but that was about an hour play.
Tom, do you want to jump in and swap with me and give Pigs a go? I was just going to go clear the dishwasher, but I'm going to leave my screen recording and put it on follow player cam mode.
Yep.
You good with that, Pigs?
Yeah, whatever. When do you want me to do the stream with the like we normally do?
I mean, something different. We're technically doing it now. It's streaming right now, but we can jump across. I'll just go clean the dishwasher, and then maybe after this one we'll talk about what to do for the rest of the night. The rest of your
Yeah.
Arvo. Alright,
Because
ready up,
obviously
and
the
I'll
other
press
guys,
start and
the
go
other
clear the
guys that
dishwasher.
normally come on Sunday, they all want to play as well. So that's, I don't want to take their time up as well.
No, they're not always on. I can't see anyone on now.
And we're enjoying this.
Piano's on, but
Okay.
they're AFK.
Ready
Yeah,
up,
so
and
we
let's start this one. I just need to put my record. Like, I'll follow what you see, camera.
Oh, did you want to change the map?
Oh, we can. I'm not too fast.
Oh, we'll play this one then. Fine. Right, so I'm going to go off mic this time.
No, I'll just do the same thing. Take Tom into another channel.
moving.
Yeah, and I'll stay with Pigs because I'm going to leave my screen.
So,
You're going to have no one to talk to anyway, so no distractions.
Battle started.
Now,
right, okay.
how do I do this? Player view, player camera. There we go. It's just going to follow what you see. I'll be back when the dishwasher's clear.
All right, mate.
But yeah, wherever Twig is, there has to be conversation because he's the one streaming.
I don't mind.
Yeah. So
It's difficult when Go P.
it sounds like the other guys weren't coaching too much; they were just watching.
Yeah, it's okay when there's one. It's when there's more than one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to listen, but I'm not concentrating in on the. If you get what I mean, I'm not.
I do get what
concentrating
you
on
mean.
It's no disrespect to them, but it's. I can't learn because whatever they've said in their boss I've forgotten. And that's what other people. If I'm struggle and I'm semi-intelligent, other people will as well. So
Oh, yeah.
I just think, some people are better than others.
It took me like weeks to be good enough at bar to be able to talk at the same time as everyone else without it affecting my gameplay. Because it just is. You need muscle memory. You need game knowledge. You need to know how to react to certain things.
And all maps are different though as well, aren't they? I mean, that's the thing. You can get pretty decent on. You can get pretty decent on one map.
Yep, and then when you move to another map, different starting metal, different wind conditions, different all sorts of things. Like this one is a metal is a solar only map. There's no wind, so your strategy is completely different.
Yeah,
because you have no ability to do extra. You have no spare wind. You got no spare metal. So yeah, it really changes everything around.
I think this is what I practiced on this one because, well, like I said, because Twig, that's what Twig's set was it week before, and so I was practicing massively on this one. But like I said, he played it completely different to what I was used to with the, Come on, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? I should have got. See, this is where I should because I should have really got two out, and I could have helped myself.
But like in the end, you wanna be able to, like, you've gotten to the front with enough units to close that front off, which is really important. But you're falling into a similar trap before where you've energy starved yourself, and so you were able to deal with that one because you had the pawns there. But as soon as that LLT's up, it's not actually going to do anything because you don't have enough energy.
Yeah.
Because I think the takeaway, what I tried to do in the first game, what I'll try and do in this one is you focus on one aspect of the game to try and improve on each game, And in this one, I want us the area that I want to try and improve on is balancing your resources. Win or lose, if you can stay at low metal and energy surplus, but not too much, then I'm going to call that a win. Because right now you've got enough energy coming in that'll keep the LLT safe. The LLT will keep you safe from anything Tom will probably push. Because if I know Tom, he's not going to do anything more than a couple of ticks to start with, or equivalent, the vehicle ones. Then I'll move into some sort of heavy hitter. And because these are vehicles,
Right, now I'm here, right?
Yep.
So I want your knowledge here. Now I'm here. Where would you go from here? Now I'm sat here. I know
Yep.
I'm sat here waiting. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to ascertain is where I go.
You need to control more of the map for more metal. So
Right.
I'd be pushing either up or down and taking as many of the mexes and closing as many of the gaps as you can, because it's okay
Right.
to
So
close
would that be with the commander, or would be just a normal
commander
constructor?
and units. So you use your commander as an offensive unit and you back him up with your regular units, because he can take a whole bunch of damage and dish a whole bunch of damage.
Right. Okay.
And the way that you win these things is by both controlling high ground and choke points. So,
right,
looking at the map the way that it is, I'd try and close off that middle best you can.
What with
like
with
an
the dragon's teeth, maybe
an LLT, because you're not actually
Right,
trying to
okay.
stop them from coming through. You're trying to make them either look for a different unit or something along those lines. So okay, and this is something that's super important. So that was a Janus. Janus take about 5 seconds to fire again. So the moment it fires, you can swarm it.
Like right now. Go for it.
And spread your units wide as you can. Because it will kill another one, but you want it to only be a 1. Yep. So like that's really good, because right now he's not overly going to be able to deal with that. If you build a second LLT spaced wide, he might be able to kill 1, but unless he's got a radar up front, which
you don't need to reclaim that because your metal's full.
Oh yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that.
You need another build turret.
Yep, Michael's 100% right. So you've got a good spot in the map. You need to take a moment to go back to your factory and build another builder or two, and you need to make a build queue for extra solar and extra build power.
Well, I can the single one, not the advanced one, just the first one. So I can do that.
With how much metal you've got, you can actually get a advanced solar. But the first thing that this guy should do is build you some build power, so a construction turret. Twig, now that you're back, I'm going to let you take over because you're much more PvP oriented.
I think you're better at explaining things though. So,
no disrespect to Twig, but yes, I actually quite. P, you stay here.
Yeah, you better.
No,
I'll do one reflective comment. That's I'll do one reflective comment. Is you seem to leave your base before there's enough build power in it. So you've built that constructor. Get like 3 construction turrets going now.
What in where the first
Where the
one
factory is. Where the factory is.
Oh yeah. I get what you're saying. I could get at least 2 on there, can I? Because you get 200 for the thing. Yeah, got it. So yeah, and then you need about. I think you need about 200, don't you?
Yeah, it's around about that.
I'd be diversifying as well. I'll shut up after this, but maybe some rocketeers.
Yeah, the thing is, at the moment, because you're surplusing metal, you actually have to take the time to do your economy, because if you don't, you've got 1500 metal that's not doing anything right now, and so you're ceding map control, but you can't win without the build power, and that's something which I should have said earlier and I missed, because it's even me like commentating on this game, I'm still missing things because there is a lot going on that you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, because I don't actually know what I don't know what you see. You see me moving around then, or do you just...
So I'm on your view only. So
right,
I would take those pawns that you've got there, and I would try rushing the bottom corner with a geo in case Tom's tried to do an aggressive geo or something. even if you come up against resistance, like as long as he doesn't have more than 2 LLTs, I'd still push in there. Yeah, nice. There's only 1 LLT, and now you get the builder. Check for metal, and just keep going. Because if Tom only had 1 LLT there, there's no way that he's built defenses anywhere else.
Check back in your base quickly.
So charge those pawns in. Yep. Just charge them straight in. Yeah. So if you charge them in the moment that you're gonna lose, because they'll kill your com.
I know it's about 5, isn't it? And then you're dead.
You're dead. You're dead.
So
it won't be good.
If so when he fired that first,
it stops your degunning, doesn't it?
When he fired that first volley, if you'd been able to take those pawns straight in, you'd have won the engagement. And that's like.
Yeah, that's just Janus.
Because in hindsight, if I didn't move them down, I would have had them where the commander was,
that's true as well. That's true as well. So
it's the chance that you take, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think so. I think what you did was the correct move by keeping them down, and 100% if you kept going, I actually think you could have beaten Tom because he only had 1 LLT in his base, and what's he got left there now? He's got four whistlers, which and a dragon's claw. You'd be able to easily just run through that without losing all those pawns. You had like 15 there.
I had basically set up vision on the 3 choke points out of your base, so I knew when you were getting to them. So I'd basically committed to, I'd lost that bottom side, and I was basically just going to run the gamble of get enough units to be able to stop you at my choke to my base before you got there, knowing that I had a little bit of time. And that's why I pushed in with the Janus when I knew that you'd moved your army down. I was like, well, he's probably going to be open through the middle now.
The Janus trade that he did at the end there, if he did what Prey said and just rushed them after your first volley out of those first 3, he would have won the engagement.
That you were going to charge me.
Yep, yeah, you had enough pawns to win that. But anyway, it was yes, decision making. You always have to. It's always a choice to be offensive or defensive. Being defensive means you almost always lose, because the enemy, if you don't control more than half of the map, because the enemy will do exactly. Because I'm looking at the map post there. Yep. If you'd been able to push those pawns up, you would have been. Even if you chose not to push into his base, you actually could have isolated his comm from his base, and then held 1 choke, which was his base, and destroyed everything outside of it. Because he would have held that middle lane with 1 Dragon's Claw and an LLT, and he would have held, and he would have been able to potentially hold where his comm is, but you could have stripped him of another 6 Mexes, and then made it so that all the units coming out of his base would have to fight your one defensive position. But in the end, you did a lot better this game than the game before, and the loss condition for this one was not reacting fast enough to Janus, which isn't a lose condition. It's a experience. It's a time played. It's just time played. You can't gain those reaction times.
I do think that if you won that Janus engagement, there was a good chance you could have won that match.
Yep, I think it would have been very even if that engagement was going to decide the game.
I had enough pawns down at the bottom to start going. Once I got that, I could have gone right forward, maybe in the centre, and then had a go.
But I was not expecting your commander to be out and about, despite the fact that mine was as well. But I was, as soon as I saw that you'd pushed south, I was like, okay, I need to do something to either bring those back or have enough to stop them. I'm going to roll the dice and hope I can break through into your base, even if it was just enough to make you stop and come back.
See, normally when I've been playing, obviously this AI, and I know it's all different, is I tend to keep my commander in the base until I know I've got enough infrastructure in there, and you know what I mean, I've got enough build and I don't need to worry, and then I might start moving him out, you know what I mean, to help doing whatever. Obviously this time, because obviously I didn't do it that way, well, I didn't last long enough to do that anyway. But
can I stop you right there? that's what a con turret's for, and you haven't built a con turret yet.
Yeah, so that round I ended
Construction.
up overflying on some metal energy because I didn't build a con turret.
So
And
the
at the end there, I had a
I had
couple.
one in that one. I
the
didn't have
commander's
one
a
in that. Okay.
commander's a great builder, but he's also like a great fucking unit early on and late game for like defending, and especially when you've got a choke like that, because they can't just get the surround bonus instantly. They've got to work a way around, and the choke that your com was near when he died is fucking beautiful because they've got to come straight at you, and you can just D-gun in a line. It doesn't take as much mental capacity to judge where you need to take your shot. But
When
yeah,
you're firing at a 15, 20 degree
Yeah,
arc column.
absolutely.
if you build your
But
con
it's
turret, what you do is you get a construction bot and get your commanders to help build it. You just need to make
Yeah.
sure you've got a bit of energy in the bank to do it.
What proves to me though is irrespective of what Ollie's saying, which is great and it's brilliant and I love it, is I think we're onto something. That's what I'm trying to take away. When I've just noticed now, and what obviously when I play, the team one, bar is completely different.
Yep.
When you do a single player, it's so much more harder than it is a team because you've got a team, you've got other people to rely on. A single player, you have not, and I think that's what, as far as I'm concerned. But they don't have a lot of that. I mean, obviously, you see the Ragnars and all sorts, and the big players. You know what I mean? That are really good players. And obviously, you watch all them and think, oh, it can't be that difficult. And it is incredibly difficult to start with, especially as a single player. But I
Yeah.
think listening to you lot, you're all experienced. You've all got you certainly. And if you pick the individuals, you play very similar, but you also play very different to each other as well. And you have a different idea where, say, Tom would do this, Brutus does this, you know what I mean? And that's what I quite like because I'm pulling, and I think that's what other people would quite like because you all have learned at different stages and do it a different way.
Well, that was why I went vehicles this time because I was like, he's been against bots for a bunch of them. I'll throw some vehicles at him just for something different because they all do play differently into each other.
Every lesson that you every lesson that you get, whether it be from depending on who it comes from, will teach you completely different things. And that's why I think that splitting this up into small groups of commentary for teaching is a very good idea because Twig and I are a great match because we play very similarly. If you watch both of us play in an AI's game, we're almost like at about the 12-13 minute mark, we're almost building for building. Like it's crazy how similar we play.
Yeah.
However, Tom is significantly more aggressive.
Tom?
Yeah.
You there? Yeah. Can I ask you a question? Do you want to do that? Because I think before you weren't in the chat that we had on Friday. I don't think you were you? Do you want to do this with us as well? I mean, I don't know whether the other lads have explained anything, but they'll explain to me. We're trying to put something together to obviously learn people, and we're using me as the guinea pig and whatever else we're going to do. Would you mind doing it as well? Would you come in with it and do it as well? That's great. So as far as I'm concerned, we've got the team together. We just need to work out how we're going to do all this now.
Yeah, I think what we've just done is great.
Ideas thing as well.
I feel like what it might be useful for maybe this next one is for you to spectate some of the rest of us doing it, just to sort of see. What I found interesting was looking at the player cameras, so you can actually see what people are looking at as they're doing their builds and things.
I do find that you zoom in a lot.
It's obviously on here, so I can watch all the individuals. I mean, I was watching Twig, but he played it different. As I say, he played it different this time. He played it different. You know, I expected he was going to do it. That's why I said to B, I said I'm going to do some the hell what are they called, the little unit. You know what I mean? It costs nothing.
Yeah.
Tick.
Yeah, because he doesn't always protect his base. But B said, "Oh no, he's been doing that recently." So it's like, you know what I mean?
I didn't say did he
and I think it was the wrong.
See, you're not the only one that's learning pigs. Brutus taught me very easily in 2 games that I need to protect my base. It's just though he knows me. I go play random people, and I'm usually alright because I've got enough units to protect my base. But he knows if he can get around my units, I'm fucked. and I might as
Mm.
well resign. I just will say
I
one
think that
thing
was
with
the one.
one thing I want to say with that I've noticed you've not done consistently in your games, that you need to find your niche that all of us have is your first startup when your commander's leaving your base, when he leaves the base, what's your base going to look like? So all of us, we just definitely have a little bit more build power, whether it's a construction turret, whether it's like 2 or 3 extra constructors to assist the lab, but you need to make sure that that metal's being drained. So like I'm
Mm.
greedy. I usually use my commander to assist the constructor to build the construction turret before the commander leaves the base. That's usually
So
in
much
bigger,
better than waiting for it.
yeah. If you just leave a constructor building the construction turret, it's like 3 times longer the build time for it. So my as a the negative of that is my commander's not on the front line as fast as like Prey usually has his on his front line.
Mm.
The other thing is you can build it with 2 or 3 constructors and get them out faster, and then use them to build the construction turret. That's the other way I do it as well if I want to get my commander on the front line. But yeah, focus on what you like to do. I like to have all my mexes built, like a lab going, and enough build power in the base before my commander leaves. And I think that's where you're getting that eco disadvantage early on, is you are not spending that metal.
Yeah. What I find, this is why I like the solar over the wind, is in my own mind. Um, Obviously, you're all different. In my own mind, is when I use a solar, I guarantee I know what I'm getting. But the thing is, by using the wind, I mean, obviously on the map that I chose, it doesn't have any. So it's like, well, normally what I do is I take the first 3, then build 3 solars, then build the lab. Once I've built the 2, I'll move 2 down and then build another one to build the construction. I do that normally. I just didn't do it this time
Mm.
because I can guarantee in the wind, because I can't. I can't guarantee what I'm getting. I can't always work out saying, oh, if I build 6 wind, is that going to be enough
That's where you
to
just
be
gotta
able to build a
you
lab
just
and then
gotta
do the constructor?
you just gotta accept the fact that it's gonna be inconsistent, and you gotta look at the average wind
Mm.
speed and just take the risk. And you just got to
Yeah,
remember as well,
yeah, but
if
It's
you
a
have got
constant
bad
bit of
wind,
learning,
if
though.
you've
You know
got
what I
bad
mean?
wind, the other player also has bad wind. So it's
yeah,
much
but
of a muchness.
another thing too is you can always build an energy storage. So when you've got that surplus, you're building it up, and then when that bad wind comes, you might be running for a little bit longer at full efficiency before you bottom out.
Yeah, but not too early.
And
Yeah,
from
see, that's the trouble with that, is because if you haven't got a lot of metal, though, obviously the that's going to take the metal, so you're even more screwed. You know what I mean? Because obviously the solar doesn't take metal at all. So that's what if you
Solar takes metal,
and
solar
it's
doesn't
that
take
bit.
energy.
Hmm.
But
so
yeah,
So it's
that's
that.
why safety solar is good. So I'll do 3 mexes. I'll be greedy, and I'll do 3 mexes, and then I'll build a solar. And that way, my com is powering my mexes. So my 3 mexes are running really at full efficiency while I'm building a solar that costs nothing. Then once that's done, I'll build 2 winds if it's a wind map, and then I've got a solar and 2 wind to build my lab, and that all powers the mexes while it's running. Unless
so
wind really hits it.
speaking very specifically to your point about not knowing what you're getting, the question ends up coming down to if the wind is a positive wind map, so if the wind risk is like under 10%, yes, you're not always going to have positive wind, but what you're going to have is more energy overall. So when you actually look at what happened that game, there was never a point where you were there was never a point where you were metal starved, and that's bad. You actually want to be metal starved because it means that all of your metal has been consumed. You want your limiting factor to be build power and wind as compared to metal. And if you're running with wind, you're getting a much more efficient conversion of metal to power. And so over time, even if it does sometimes feel very bad, you're gaining benefit by having wind over having solar, because it's got a better per metal value of energy.
Mm.
I mean, that's okay. Obviously, if the map has that, obviously,
Yeah,
if it only
if the
has
map
solar,
has
then you
if
have
the
to.
map has
We can keep talking about this.
That's
Do you
what I
guys
like
want
about it, because I can
to
guarantee.
set something else up, or do you want to keep doing these?
No, do you want to go back and play the multi thing with all the others?
Whatever you guys want. I'm having fun with this. I'm enjoying something different.
Yeah, I'm happy to keep going with something like this.
I reckon we
I'm
do
only
one
one of the
more of
members. You
these.
lot decide. I need a was. I need a piss.
You go, Waz. What I might do is rehost this lobby, but not do it private, so other people can jump in and just see us playing.
Yep, and then we'll swap to multiplayer after another one or two.
Yep.
Because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to stop the normal
Hey,
stuff.
we've not been
We've
going.
been doing.
We've only been doing that for like a month and a half, and we need to find our nights that we're doing stuff. So by introducing this, we know what we're going to be doing with this soon after we do this a couple of times and find our niche, and then we'll pick a night that we do it every week, a night or two. And we'll still, Friday night's always going to be fight night, so Friday nights will be definitely everyone, our Friday time that is, everyone like doing the AIs and whatever we do.
No, it's fine. Like I said, I just didn't want to, upset anybody else by it.
Nah, personally I find this more fun.
You get used to people coming, you know what I mean? People come to play now, and then we're doing this. It's like, oh, you're not bothering with us. You don't give a shit. And they go, I mean,
We
but
play
I'm not
so
like
much
that.
bar.
It's not the way I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh well,
To me,
appreciate
it's
that.
a community.
Yeah.
And not just I want everybody. I want all of you. You know what I mean? That sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it?
We play so much bar that finding another way to play bar is enjoyable because it breaks up the irregularity.
And what we just did, we can easily do like 2 or 3 games in a night, and then follow that with what we usually do. Like these games, 1v1s take 10, 15 minutes. You can do 2 or 3, and then go do 3 or 4 hours of something else if we have to.
What I was going to say is, what you need to remember too is, there is a lot of like choice with the other players, what we can do and all that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, it comes down to a dictatorship. So don't worry about the other players screwing over. This small group in here wants to do something, we're going to do that.
This is all reason, no logic.
I don't want to. I'm a person that, like I said on Friday,
You're considerate.
I said I'm trying to build a community, not just it's my trick. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I've never been like that. It's not my way. I rather people decide as a. That's what I said when before it was before Tom thing. I said we all have equal say about, and we all agree what we're going to do instead of it's mine stuff. You want to do it anyway. I don't want that because that's not right.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's stuff. Then we're going to do what we want.
What Bruticus is saying is Twigs has 5 months left to live because he's got a baby coming. He wants to have some fun, so he's going to do what he wants.
And that's why I wasn't opposed.
I have noticed that about him.
Put it this way, we had a regular Wednesday night. They had a big fucking hissy fit and a tantrum because we were doing some different PvP sort of styles, and they didn't like it. And at the end of the day, it came down to, if you don't like it, you can go and wait till we do a different stream.
And it's pretty easy with this because there's so many of us that if a group of 4 of us want to break out and do versus AI, then we will just break out and do versus AI, and you can come join us later.
He's He's an impersonist.
All right, I'm going. Oh no, I'll start that thing again.
You're gonna go for a Waz?
Go for a Waz. Go for your fucking whiz, and I'm going to create a new lobby, and you're going to do one more, and then we'll go do something else.
Yeah.
All right, fuck off.
Too much. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah. Quick, said it right. Fuck off.
See you in a sec.
Go play with your dick. Yeah, in a second. So probably twice. Alright, so I guess we leave this lobby.
Yeah, I've just hosted another one. Duel, unranked.
I was just thinking if you do hook, it'd be funny.
What's that?
I was thinking if you do hooked, it'd be funny. Drop air lab at start position. Drop com on top of hill and D gun downhill.
It's so good. if you can pick, if someone starts in the back corner of hooked and you start opposite them, like not diagonally, but like polar opposite, not polar opposite, directly opposite, walk up the ramp and just degun straight down, you've killed all their metal and they're stuffed.
Yeah, it's like what is it?
Sorry, I'm back.
All right, jump in here. We've rehosted.
Drinking tea again. So we get rid of that. We're going back to our normal.
No, we're doing one more. One more, and
Yeah,
we've opened up the lobby though, so other people can join us, ready for when we do our normal stream.
Hey, are you going to play against me this time?
Come on, jump in.
Twig's done it.
Someone else is here.
Yeah, who is going against him? I'll force spectate the other person.
Yeah, because I thought, well, different people. You know, Tom's done it. You've done it. Unless Pete wants to do it.
Who's volunteering, Tom? Or Tom's already in, so Pigs, I thought you were in here. It's Pigs that has to be in here.
I just thought, you know,
Get the fuck in the game. Just get in the game.
Yeah, get the fuck in the game. Shut up.
All right, yeah, that's right. Shut the fuck up. Get in the game. We need We need to train your brain.
Let's jump in the other Discord channel so that Goomer can join us.
Yep, that's a good point.
What the hell are we doing now?
Well, I moved you because I said to the others it'll take you too long to move over here. What I was going to say is we need to train your brain to be able to talk and do an activity at the same time. It seems once your mouth moves, every other function stops.
Yeah, you need to change gender.
Yeah.
All right. Pick a different map because this is not a good learning map. This is a you might win, you might lose, depending what tactic you go with.
This is a rock paper scissors.
Adamantium Factory would probably be a good one for him.
Adamantium Factory, what's that?
So mainly when I'm on my own, because obviously I've done, you know, countless videos now. I'm doing it on my own and talking on my own. It's when I've got somebody else. I'm actually listening to what they say because I'm interested, but I'm not concentrating on what I'm supposed to be concentrating as well. You know what I mean? That's actually a lot harder to do than I'm not used to that.
What is a good map? Honestly, the one that you just did, Faster Than Light, was probably a very good one to keep practicing on the same map each time.
I don't mind.
Tom, just go grab a different map. I can't change it because I'm in spec.
Who has it?
Other options that we could do something like.
I'll post. What do you reckon? 15, 20 minutes we'll start fight?
Sure. Hey, Goomer.
5 if we're lucky.
Okay, we're going to move Pigs back into the other voice channel so that they're not listening to each other.
Am I on my own or is somebody staying?
No, we'll split it up 50-50. How about, because Tom and Brute followed you the first 2 games, I'll come over with Pradeth with you.
Yay! I feel loved. No idea how we do all this.
Alright.
You never guess what I'm eating, Twig.
What's that? What are you eating?
I'm eating a piece of your mum's marble cake.
Haha, you still got some. You froze it up, did you?
Yep.
Do you two live quite near each other then?
I live near his parents.
Yeah.
I live near his parents. Yep.
Where do we?
It's Duel. It'll just drop you. Yeah. So when he's in, it'll just happen. Drop down 2 mexes and then 2 wins, and then a factory.
Right.
Let's just see if we can assist you with the build order.
You're on about 2 mexes. And 2 win, did you say?
Yep. And you want to do it all within the circle that you're kind of in.
Yeah.
So put them all right near each other.
Yeah, thanks for this, Twig.
This is good. I have more fun with this. Big part of the reason I play versus AI as majority of others don't like doing PvP as much, but when it's with friends, it's more fun.
Play with it.
Yeah.
Now, one or two constructors is your.
I'd go one resbot, one constructor. Sorry, one resbot, one pawn, then one constructor.
One resbot, one pawn,
Yep.
And then, and then your commander needs to build more wind.
More wind. Yeah.
Build like
help,
3 or 4.
I normally help the lab and the first constructor because it takes 2.
Yeah. You were meant to do the resbot before the constructor, but nevertheless, you might as well just assist it by pressing space. One thing I'll teach you outside of this is just a few of the small commands with your keyboard and stuff, just to make it more efficient.
Yeah, I have no idea with this.
Keep your constructor in the base and build a turret with it.
You build one really fast?
Yeah, I do. And you want to hold down Shift Alt and drag a box of wind with your commander. Like you need 4 or 5 of them.
Shift and Alt.
And I'll draw a rectangle box of wind.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I do. Yeah, Shift and Alt. I know what you meant now. Yeah, because you can see.
You're fucked. I'm going to tell you you're fucked because Tom's an aggressive player and you're too distracted. So your pawn needed to be up at the halfway mark.
It's about learning for me.
Yeah.
It's not about winning. I don't care.
And that bot lab needs to have units coming out of it as well.
Yeah. I did say it was about 5 minutes.
I felt this was a bit of a nasty map choice because
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's too small. It's too small. You need to kill that with your commander and chase it as well with your pawns.
Yeah. I've got you bastard.
Not all of them. Chase your commander in the opposite direction as the pawns. Keep chasing. Don't let him get away. You let him get away. Now he's still in your half. Alright. Send 3 of your pawns up to the halfway mark so he doesn't send more. You have to rebuild those.
Into you, you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So you've killed it. Now send them and spread them out across the halfway mark. And now go build all those mexes again with that constructor and send your commander to the front line. And also put repeat on your lab.
I didn't do that, did I? I always use this low and high priority. Do you mess with that then?
No, don't worry about it. Just put one pawn to one rocketeer in your lab. So it just keeps repeating one then the next. And have the waypoint for your lab at the halfway point of the map as well. Or just before it. Interrupt your queue and build a constructor. Oh shit, you better go micro those.
You see what I mean by how difficult I find I can't deal with.
Yeah, you still haven't rebuilt those mexes in your base. You really need to do that. Keep your units back. Keep your units back. You're just dying to an LLT. So just in front of your mechs is where you want to keep everything. Get an LLT up there with your commander. Don't take him off the front line. The map's too small.
Yeah. So, I've never even seen that. It's another map I've not ever seen before.
Butting into this a little bit, something which I think will prove to be very important over time is jumping into a couple of games, even on your own.
Sorry, he's going to die if he doesn't do this. You need to build more wind. You still haven't built anything in your base.
I just felt it was far too early.
Building an LLT, it's not going to run because you've got no energy to run it.
Yeah, you've got no.
Yeah.
He's got enough energy to run it.
Oh, he does now. He does now.
He does have enough energy
You're sending.
Because it was at 3.8.
Yeah, your units one at a time are going to die. Oh, sorry, you're right.
Change where. Yeah, that's it. I've moved them back.
Change that constructor to build those mexes back. Metal's your problem now. And you've got a spare constructor as well.
I'm going to build. It's probably the bad place for this, but still.
LLTs are now redundant because he's gone Rocketeers. So you've identified that he's going Rocketeers. You need to build up your army and fall back, and then attack the Rocketeers with an army rather than one unit at a time.
Would you still do pawns then?
You're doing 1-1, which is fine, but you're just sending them one at a time into the middle of the map.
Yeah.
So you've got to change the waypoint to be back a bit further now. And you really got to build those mexes back in your lab. Otherwise, you're on +9, so you're not going to... anyway, I'll leave you to the rest of the game. Because...
I've moved the bloody camera. It's not straight. That winds me up.
I've given you too much to do.
Yes. Twig is teaching you reactively, and as much as that may help you win a single game, it's not actually it's not what's overly needed, because what's happened here is an overload of, and what happens in every PvP game is there is an overload of information and situations you have to deal with, and the way that you learn, and it's all about, and you have to learn the methods of dealing with them. So in this case, rather than Twig constantly telling you to build the mexes in your base because it's super important, what's very important is, now that you've got that builder, you need to learn a way to build them without thinking about them in the future. So if you click on it, then you click area mex and you drag it over your part of the map, then he will set a build queue to build all of the metas on your half of the map. And if you'd been able to do that from the get-go.
Tom, just do us a favour and don't attack for like at least a minute or two.
Yeah, that's all good.
I can tell you're kind of vibing that anyway.
I was kind of...
I'm not a very good teacher. I told him too many reactive things, and he just got flustered.
Well, I was a bit naughty, and I told Tom at the start of the game that hiding those pawns at that hill would be a really good idea as well.
I've seen you done that.
Yeah.
I haven't told him about that, but he'll find out.
Well, that's what I said to Tom. It's a good thing to follow up on leaks,
Yeah.
those units now. But it was a bit hard to, because Tom was attacking
Yeah.
at the same time.
I'll jump back in there now. It's good listening to Braideth. He does a very good job at teaching. I'm back.
Yep, there you go. Area mixed. And so that means that rather than having to go, if you do sustain damage, rather than actually even checking whether you sustain damage, just grab a builder and drag area mex over everything, and he'll fix it up for you without you having to think. And it changes the whole thought process of having to deal with mexes into a quick click a builder, area mex the thing, and don't think about it again. And that's what PvP very much so for me is about. It's about giving you time to react, because right now you've got a fight happening, and over time Twig will teach you reactively how to deal with these fights. When you've got your basics down, Twig is the guy. He will teach you how to win these fights and win them hardcore. But in order to get there, we need to deal with the tricks of getting your builders to do the things without you thinking, like using fight commands properly and using stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's what's going to make more difference.
Yeah, I agree. Because I didn't even know. I wondered what the hell that was for. I've seen it and I'm thinking, well, what the hell does that do?
So
because I've not seen any video about that.
Yep.
Ever.
Everything in the game has a purpose. And it's just the fact that you usually don't know about it till someone tells you.
Yeah, I'm not going to go over there.
So I think that the we've talked about so far in these games we've talked about the importance of understanding the map. When you understand the map, that leads to the importance of spending your resources. Once you've finished spending your resources, that then leads into micro, and each of us are going to have different opinions on how to do that. But the best way to start with spending your resources is just to have a build order that you follow every time at the start. And then once you're comfortable with that, then you start branching out.
Right.
And then using the little tricks that we do, like Twig was talking about before, using space commands. So if you've got a unit and it's doing something, like let's just say you've given it a build, let's say it's your commander, you've given it a build queue, but then you want it to help in your lab. If you hold spacebar when you tell it to help in the lab, it'll walk over to your lab, it'll build that one unit, provided you clicked on the unit, not the lab. And then he'll go back to what he was doing. You don't have to rebuild queuing.
Right.
And that is such a useful command, because if you've set up a build queue so that you don't have to think about your comm anymore, but then you need him to do something else, you can temporarily interrupt the build queue without having to re-establish it, which is one less thing to get overwhelmed with.
Yeah, I think that's a lot, because I don't know any of that. I don't know how to do grouping. I don't know how to do this. I don't, and I think a lot of these things that you're just going on about is a way to help. Straight away, if you get what I mean. You know what I mean? Then, because obviously, like you said, these are things that you could do it slowly. Fair enough.
But in PvP, if you try and do it slowly, you're going to lose everything.
Yeah, and PvP, the next step as well, which we won't teach today, is like thinking like what's next. So like this game, for example, what I would do is you're on the. If I was you, I'd say, okay, I'm on the losing side right now. He's taken out quite a bit. I haven't seen anything apart from bots from him. Chances are, because he's quite confident, he's taken most of the map, he's not going to have much AA. I might do a quick transition into an air lab and try and snipe his bomber. And I have one like that. I've been losing a game, and I've just built like 10 bombers and gone and found the opposition's commander. And because this is 1 versus 1, the objective is, in the end, is just to kill that commander. If that commander dies, you win the game.
What I want you to do right now is to bandbox your entire army, press F, and then right-click a line across the like his half of the map, because that's a fight command, and it will have your units engage at optimal ranges. Because right now you have enough units to win.
Is that the same as like thing and then right-click and then drag it?
Yeah, but press F, and then right-click and drag and do the line.
Yep.
And do that to the other side. Into his map.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between? That's what I was trying to understand. Is what's the difference? Now I've selected them, you can see, and then I select the start and I do drag like that. What's the difference with that and the F then?
So if you do the F, then they will move forward until a target they can engage with is in range, and then they'll engage that target and kill it before moving forward again.
So do the F onto his side of the map. You don't do it on your side of the map.
Yeah.
Oh.
Literally his back line.
So I just tried that maximum thing. and it worked. So it was just like messing about, like learning that area maximum. I did it with the commander.
Yep, the commander can do it too.
That's what I say. I'm not bothering about losing. For me, it's not about that. It's about learning.
Yeah, do what.
Yeah, just run your units straight in, and you'll win.
Yeah, press F.
Have enough.
Press F.
Actually, even just running them in will be enough right now.
Yeah, and just don't stop.
Yep.
That bloody gauntlet though.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You got enough units.
So you've got pawns in the back line.
Keep them moving. The pawns in your back line. Keep them taking out the all his eco.
Yep. And now that's gone. Circle his commander with your rocket bots, and just okay. You've run out now, but you can actually see. So this is where Twig comes into it. Once you've established that macro, you had an opportunity to win there, even though you were on the back foot the whole game. And Twig will be the best at teaching you that. Whereas I think I'll be quite good at teaching you how to get to that position in the first place.
Don't send the rest of your units in now. You need to build them up again.
From the start, if you get what I mean.
What you're doing in his backline is perfect. Those 3 pawns, if you micro them around his eco, he's got nothing there, and you could win. So you want to quickly kill his pawn and.
Keep going. You've still got 1 back there. Go into the very back corner to get there.
I thought I didn't have it. He's got some out.
Okay. But like you've just done insane damage. Like truly insane.
You took his eco from plus 40 metal-ish, roughly, down to 23. He's only 4 metal more than you right now. What you need to do is re-establish that halfway mark and build those bombers. Or gunships, either or.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought, I bet he doesn't have any...
Don't take him in that, you don't want him to see him, you just want to get them on the ground.
No, I'm going to
But you can't let anything, you can't lose any of your front lines, you just got to hold that line and not let anything through. So just drop them back a little bit and hold that line.
Yep.
And now put...
I was trying to work out how you do the,
your commander needs to be building wind.
So if you look at your resources, you're doing the right thing by reclaiming. However, you're at a high level of metal but no wind, which means that the reclaim isn't worthwhile. You need the wind. Yeah. Because it's and this is again, all of the little micro tricks. They're all there to free you up to make smarter decisions. They're there to let you spend your brain power on making the right choices.
Yeah, you almost want to drop an advanced solar and just commit to getting 1 advanced solar up. Actually, you know what? The best thing to do would actually build solars with your commander, standard solars. But I can tell you he's about to attack you, so just get ready to take your gunship straight to his commander and hope that you can get to it. If he attacks you, that's all you're doing. All you're doing is going for his commander. You're not worrying about anything.
Cheesy if I could do that.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
And spread out your gunships as well. If you group them together, they all drop at the same time, but you got to drag them out in a line. He's coming into your base. You got to hold that line. Don't drop back. You have to hold that line near the rock. Yeah, just hold the line. You're letting units in by pulling your units back.
Oh, I've got the damn thingies. I didn't want to get them. Get back.
Too late. Just attack. It's too late.
He's
seen it. You just go for it. Spread them out and attack.
Oh, stupid thing.
Spread them out. They're grouped together. They'll go down all at once. You got to spread them out. That's it. Now go straight for the commander, right next to the middle mechs. Go straight down at him. There he is. Get him. Unfortunately, too late.
LLT is quite good with them.
Yeah, it got the bombers is the way to go, not gunships. You need about 20 gunships, whereas bombers you only need about 5, 6.
It was worth a go. So what I'd have done is I'd have built a scout and then to find out where he was and then like.
So you'll notice you're still wind storing. You're still energy storing.
Yeah.
That means and those are the sorts of decisions you got to make.
I'm doing better, but I'm not doing better because actually Tom's he's messing with me.
Yeah, 20-minute mark and 300.
He was messing. Like right now, he's waiting for overwhelming force. But when you did that attack, you were actually playing quite evenly.
Oh well.
But you did way better this game.
Yeah. I apologise, I definitely flustered you, but you get an idea of, once you're a bit more experienced, what I'll be communicating to you. But Prey's probably
Yeah.
the ideal person for this stage of like getting the basics down and having the right thought processes behind how to react to your economy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I've just learned that area max because I had absolutely no idea what that was for, and I've never used it before.
Yep.
Does
So
that blow my mind?
while we're playing PvE after this, the thing that I want you to concentrate on is setting up build queues with your units in the back, like with your builders in the background, and setting up commands to do things so that you don't have to look back very often. So that then you can concentrate on your micro, because that's going to be the first skill that you need to take the next step is the ability to make decisions ahead of time, so that you've got your mind free to deal with whatever's going on and react to
Did the
enemy.
game crash for you guys? The lobby?
No. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna drag us all back in. So. There we go.
No. As soon as they woke up, I was like, life expectancy got significantly shorter.
Yep. Yep. So.
Wasn't a bad call though.
No, it was actually a very, very smart thing to do.
Because I didn't have any anti-air up at the time when it came through. And your push made it through the front.
Oh, that was great.
Well,
that was great.
Because they had to go and actually clean that up and deal with it.
It wasn't just that. If Pigs had more experience, I actually reckon he could have taken your comm right there.
Well, he nearly took my lab as well.
Yeah, and so it was a really good example of how you can win a game
an engagement
from behind,
to win the war, sort of thing.
But stuff that we've established over this, and I'm just going to restate the lessons for everyone here, just because I think it's worth saying. The first thing we talked about was actually playing the map. So it was looking at what was available in the map and making decisions based on that from the get-go.
Jump in so you don't miss out.
The next thing was balancing your eco, because if you don't have a balanced eco, you constantly have to be building what you don't have. If you're metal starved, you need to work out how to get more metal. If you're energy starved, you need to work out how to get more energy, and if you're build power starved, you need to work out how to get more build power. The third and most important thing and I think this is more important than all the rest, we haven't gone through a lot of the basics with Pigs. So things like the way that we deal with situations, we haven't talked about that. So I taught him area mexing today, which meant because up until now,
that freaking blew my mind.
Up until now, Pigs is doing everything in his base manually. Yep. Pigs is doing everything in his base manually, which means that when Twig starts talking about this or that, he doesn't have the APM available, and it's because we just do this stuff without thinking, so we never bothered to teach it.
Make a builder send them on area mex to make all the mexes. Make a builder send them on an energy run.
Yep. And
make a builder send them to the front to build defenses.
When you got in the back and you destroyed a bunch of his mexes, Pigs didn't have those mexes for about 6 or 7 minutes, and the reason why is because there weren't enough builders available. And if there was any spare builders, what I do in that situation is I just area mex the whole map, and then acknowledge that I'm going to lose the builder, but he's going to fix all of the problems that it made, and that's it. That's my 1 second solution to it, so I don't have to think about it again.
Yeah.
And so it's all about learning those control techniques and how we all use fight commands, how we use patrol commands, how we use and how we pre-group units coming out of buildings. All of that stuff is things that we need to include in these tutorials, because how the hell is someone supposed to be competitive if we're not doing 90% of the stuff that they still need to do and leaving our APM free to fight them? It's just not going to work.
Yeah.
But you see, that's the way you're doing it, where you're saying to do it. I think it's that's absolutely brilliant, because even though I've been playing this for, I've done the scenarios which are great, but they're nothing like obviously this and nothing when they play it, is it just proves that this game, there's a huge amount to it, and I think that's why people get frustrated. Or you know, I've seen it and heard it where people like, you know, unfortunately you lot didn't. They go in there and they really have a go at somebody that's really just starting, and then they get solid, and they just go for no reason. You know what I mean? And that's why I think this doing the videos for that will. It's all. I mean, we know there is videos out there, and Ragnar does a lot, but he's a massive player. He's a pro. He knows what he's doing. And I think that's the problem. What these people forget is you can't teach somebody what you already. You have to go reverse your brain and go back to the start and saying that. But when you did that area, I'd seen that since that, and I had absolutely no idea what that button did.
Yep.
You know, and I've not seen anybody ever mess with it before. I'll say what it actually does, and that's like blew my mind. Now I will practice with that now because I know what it can do. You know, and it's the small things that I'll. If I only pick up one thing from this that we did, if I pick up that, that's something. You know what I mean? And I think somebody else would do the same.
Yep.
So it's brilliant, so I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
tried
guys.
to basically play that game so that I could give you a few sort of different experiences and learning opportunities, like sending a couple of things early. That was everything that I had at the time when I sent it to.
Yeah.
So I got mildly
actually-
concerned.
Oh, you could have killed me 10 minutes within 5 minutes, but I was listening and trying to learn from P and Twig. I love the guy. I think he's brilliant. But sometimes he goes a bit too far. And
I do. I know. I actually pointed. I grabbed my microphone and turned it off a few times just so I'd shut up.
You should have followed the time.
He's right. He's better at the smaller things, and then you should take over. Because I think that's the better way of doing it. It helps. If there's two you're going at once, it's fucking confusing for me.
Yeah.
You know, and no disrespect to you guys, but what I'm trying to do is get people to watch it as well, and they can learn. So obviously, with us messing about like this, it's proving what will work and what won't work. Even though I'm a 2 chevron, that to me means absolutely nothing against 1 and B1. Absolutely nothing.
Ah, fuck, we forgot order. Take that top ground so this Anno cunt doesn't sit up there. Because
Ah.
he does it every game. He did it 30 minutes, and then he said to me, I feel like you can win it with ease without me. So in other words, he wants to sit back and do nothing.
But you actually, I wish we had a recording of it.
Please choose your
Twig, Tom, and I were playing on all the glitters, and Twig was trying to help Tom, and it was the most unhelpful thing you could imagine because before Tom could execute anything, before he could do anything, Twig was on to the next thing that he had to do. It was
it
was
was already too late.
spectacle.
It was like, oh my god.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to do some walking then.
Oh yeah.
No. You're fine. You do you. What was I going
I'll
to
leave that one
say?
at the back for you.
Oh, you've changed it to fair. Yeah, I'll take one then. It's the closest I can get.
Did we post the rules?
I posted the rules.
Because I'm gonna have to go out.
Yeah. I said transport's allowed.
I'm going in the water.
But yeah, I just didn't want Anno up on that hill because I know he's just going to sit there and eco and contribute nothing until 30 minutes.
You're fine. You're totally fine.
I'll go in the water. I don't care. Yeah, I love that, guys. I think that was brilliant.
Yeah, let's do something along those lines weekly, I reckon.
Something which I'd actually really like to do with you is just get into a game versus an inactive AI with you and just talk you through everything that we do. And I think each of us should do it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Repeat our starts because you'll, as Twig said, you'll learn your own start. Bruticus's is 3 mexes and a solar. Mine is 2 mexes, a solar, the 3rd mex, 2 wins, and then the building of my choice. Sounds more complicated, but it's really just an ordering thing. Everyone has their own way of doing it. Everyone has their own number of energies they build before they leave their base, their own number of build power, all that sort of stuff. And by working that stuff out, it's just another thing you don't have to think of each game because the start of your game is set. Whether it's optimal or not, you can change it in a month or 2 when you're better at the game. But it's all about that. You have to You have to bridge that beginning of the game in order to actually start looking at the
Motherfucker.
advanced techniques.
Yeah, that's what Pigs and I were talking about originally. I was going to do a game, he was going to watch, and I was going to talk about it, and then he was going to do a game, and I applied some of that logic. But that was a while ago, and I've been too lazy to get around to doing it.
Oh, no, you just been doing it. You've got a life, you know what I mean?
Not really. Great life, but I don't do
I was
fucking
being
much.
nice. Take it as nice.
So this guy got 2 mexes in the Geo, and this guy got 4 mexes. Good sharing.
Well, this prick at the back's got fucking 6. He's not talking to
Sorry,
me.
I let 1 through.
Oh. Oh, we'll forgive you. Oh, we'll survive.
Hey, hey.
What?
Aircraft spotted.
Oh, fuck.
No thanks.
No.
Someone's got robot voice, and I don't think it's me this time.
No, I think it's pigs.
That's a prey dog.
It
I
wasn't.
caught you. I
It
caught
wasn't.
you. I caught you. My peripheral vision's not bad for a fucking half-blind prick.
Might have been me the second time, but it wasn't me the first time.
Oh my god, this guy's gone straight into T2.
Who's that?
Noob range.
Yeah.
He took the 4 mexes after I drew that I wanted one of them.
Oh,
I mean, he's English, so taking what you want from other countries is just part of his culture.
Fucking cunts, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hate those guys.
Dirty fucking cunts.
I'll call him a cunt. I said, hey, you English prick. I'll come and fucking slap your face off. Don't let us down, you fucking monkey. Not having that.
What am I com doing? I guess I'm going forward. Me and the tank of Tom. I'm going fuck shit up.
Oh, I was hoping to get that, but fucking Eno's got all the reclaim. Even though he's frontlining, he's ecoing by building minimal units.
Well, I will defend myself, and I did a 1 mech start. So, having 2 units on front and an LLT is fine as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Here, I'll give you.
I'm about to die.
We who are about to die salute you. I don't need a mech Tom. I'm fine. I enjoy this sort of thing every now and then. See, I stole this one off you, and you helped me build it. See, that's how nice I am. I let you build that mech for me. You come.
Yeah.
Where I am. I got the need for E.
Right, you need to build some more of that. Listen here, guys. We can.
Fuck. Yeah, it is pigs. Pigs.
Yeah, your internet's fucked.
He's alright though in game. Oh shit. Some snuck past. Give me a second.
That's right. They won't. If anything goes past, there's an LFE behind us, so that's fine.
What the hell? No, don't heal.
I've got you.
I have a stupid Discord.
You've received new units.
You good? We heard a bit of fucking static pork. Oh, there we go. Wanted. Where's my blueprint?
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'll fuck them mum, so what? Bet you fuck them too.
They're just sending fighters into my base to stop me from having anything.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I need to build an AA turret.
There is one up here, but it doesn't reach over.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was down the back cutting in my sector mission. Cool, should I need to copy of that?
Nah.
Active.
Listen here, dickheads. Die.
What a Dana.
It's okay. We have Janus.
Technology.
Although Janus into Janus is kind of whoever shoots first wins.
Not necessarily. The glide time on the shot could be a lot for both parties.
I got you, Tom.
No, I've got one of them. Fuck, that Max is still coming up.
Pigs, this stage of the game, it's a good idea to only focus on one type of lab. So if you're going to build the land-based one, I'd reclaim the other. And that way you'd be able to instantly afford the cost of it. That's right, fucked.
Received new units.
Yeah, your internet's right fucked, mate.
Is it mine?
Yeah. I can hear the pommy web. You're talking your British fucking garbage.
That's all we can hear.
I think it's Discord though. I don't think it's the thing.
Well, yeah, your ping's fine in game. Well, it's fine for you. Being on the great.
Keep your hand with that.
It's a bit low actually. High is better, isn't it?
Yep, and no teched. What's his damage? No, he's at 18k, I can't say
Wait,
anything.
is that your fucking grave robber stealing my fucking metal?
I killed that commander with my...
Bullshit, you did.
You've watched the replay. I circled him and did all the damage to him, all 100% of it.
Fuck off, you did. I'd been shelling him for ages.
I know I had units that got us around on him, so you couldn't have had everything.
You can have all the mixes.
I had a unit there as well, totally did.
Yeah, I can second that.
Tell you
It's
what I've
alright.
done. Sweet fuck off. Finally got 4 units out. I'm doing well.
You got what?
Oh, my base is gone. Did not realise that.
I think a bomb got through. The bomber. The bombs of La.
You've received new units.
Okay. Units. Meat shield me.
Decided I don't like this map.
Which is the fact and map don't like you.
Nobody likes me.
This is
I like you. No,
Thank
You've
you.
received new units.
Ooh, part of fan. Piggies that do free.
I was about
Let's
to say
bias this side.
This side down. Dog whip. Dog whip? What sort of fucking name is that? Trash bag.
Quack. Are we ready to do this, are we? Let's go.
Yeah, I've got 8 units and they're all coming.
That's an
Although some of
invasion
them are
force.
hovercraft, so they'll be dire.
I just degunned 2 of my rocket pods to get that cat. For fuck.
You watch this. You watch.
I basically got
When I come over, you'll be
wish
amazed.
list to deal with air. I was kind of just aiming to get a couple of constructors, but
I want to check out that.
we're here now. They never quite finished that one.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. The only ones that survived are bloody hovercraft. They're dreadful. They're so bad in this game. I don't know why. Like,
They're
I don't
They
know.
are fucking great rating unit early on.
Yep, they're fast and they have weird tech options. Like you can get one with a laser earlier than a T2 thing, and you can get one with a missile launcher earlier than a T2 thing. So they're just a weird unit.
Oh, my microphone started not playing up again now.
You've received new units.
No, not my base again. You have no anti-air in this base here. That's where it came from. Oh, there is one.
I've got anti-air there. Well, they haven't hit any of my stuff. So I can't be too unprotected.
Yeah, and since Tom's got anti-air and he's nearby, I'm safe.
I'm just doing this in bouts, by the way. I'm just sending through, taking the damage, and then repairing the units. Oh no, I'm going to use I lost one. Bugger. Let's try and take out that lab.
Know you why you lost one? We talked about it.
Yep, and I've lost 2 now. There is a lot here, actually.
Yeah,
So I'll take out this.
No, I've got the spin guard out.
Take out the power and the lab.
I'm just going to focus on the turret while you do that. Ooh,
Let's
Tom's
just take
got
out
it.
the... Yeah, we can get him. He's dead.
There you go.
Very good. I should turn them off as well. Have you turned them? You can't actually turn a turret off, can you?
I reckon I'm dead.
Hey? Oh,
Can you turn off a turret? Like a construction turret? In other words,
Yes,
you're not
yes, you
using the
can.
power.
So you click it and you press W because that's a wait command, and it will wait before it does anything else.
Does that mean now it won't use any energy? That's what I
Yep.
mean.
Yep. And you have to remember to turn it back on.
Yeah. I don't want it now because it's in the water and I'm not in the water.
Oh, so they only use energy while they're actually doing stuff. So telling them to wait. Telling them to wait while they're inactive won't change anything.
Right. Okay. I assumed that they were still using, like when you're building there's 200 engines. I assumed they were still using energy. So
It's a fair assumption, but it is not one that is correct.
I know that from next time. I'll put that on the list. Yeah.
wish you didn't eat that fucking Lazarus, you bastard.
Oh, did I eat a Lazarus?
Yeah, I was gonna res him. I could eat.
It's probably my corpse if it makes you feel better.
No, you've got Grey Brothers.
All mine are coming from other people.
Oh, okay.
Where's
Alright,
me?
hold
Where's
fire and let's get rid of this fucking twin guard.
Enemy commander destroyed.
Oh.
Boom
There
boom.
we go. Back to fire at will. Let's get Commie Boy up. Not Tommy Boy, Commie Boy.
Just hang on, wait.
That's an American gun anyway.
Oh, what? They're on return fire. What a fucking
Is that
fire
one
at
of
will.
mine or is it one of theirs? I think that's Tom's units. Need some freaking rest spots.
There's a lot of metal up there.
Yeah, I'd love to get it. I need more red spots.
Oh, it's just pants.
Be able to get up there and eat some now. Imagine going T2.
Unit detected.
I didn't. I went 1.5.
Yeah, who'd do that?
I just built an amphibious lab off the get-go.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not having a dig at you. I'm just being like all these other people are fucking T2
Destroyed.
and we're sitting here fucking doing T1 business. Get a radar up in that corner.
Bugger.
Enemy commander destroyed.
No, they got a gauntlet in here somewhere. Where is it? It's around here. Fucking shoot. Bust the nut.
I protect my mate.
What's your...
I'm protecting you,
Nice.
B.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
B, you just blew every fucking unit I had. Bollocks.
That's why you don't protect a comp. You run away from a comp.
I was looking after you, mate.
Yeah.
Never mind.
A low health com is a
A dead man.
precarious
bad
place
time.
to be.
It's a bad time, is what it is.
I was doing alright there. I finally had some units out. Sounds like I only had one
fine.
deck. That's all I had in the game.
It's fine. I forgive you for letting me blow up your units.
But my anus.
Anyway, I love degating this shit. Just go there. Pray and just fight.
Yeah,
You already have.
I saw this. I saw what was happening, and I was like, "What the? Oh, my com died. Wonder what the fuck killed that?
Where was your com?
Like in a pack in a pack of units.
Ah. Explosion?
I think.
Oh,
someone
that's where all my metal's going.
I think someone shot me with their banishes. If I'm being honest.
I mean,
That bastard.
You were banished from the battlefield.
The banishers are banished. I'm well happy. I used that area max. I'm well impressed.
You did good.
I'm a good
I learned that today. I learned that today. I don't care.
It's a fucking fantastic command.
It is. It's like the same with getting a blowjob from a woman. It's just like exactly the
best.
same. Yeah. Unbelievable. I'm so slow. I'm like in Narnia.
We used to get going gunships, though, yeah, Pray. Oh no, you got bombers.
I got bombers.
He's got the gunship. He's got the gun.
I'm getting seaplane gunships.
Oh, yep.
I thought we weren't doing it.
Just to
Yeah,
clear.
it's
Please, we
not-
can't clean it up.
What
Just
do we-
stay there.
What else are we gonna do?
Well, yeah, we just stay in no air so we don't get a fuckhead like some players who sit back and just do nothing other than tech and then sit there and build aphises like an aphis that I see on the battlefield now.
But yeah, we can't get up there, can we? That's
Oh,
disappointing.
we can. We can build T2 bot, which has like recluse and what do you call them?
I mean, I was just going to go with
Thermite.
artillery.
Artillery
good.
may work.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
That's what I have on the way now.
Destroyed.
Oh, no need.
That's one.
Well, there's one.
Oh yeah.
Give me a second. I'll build a blink and see if I can get a scout. Hey, Stinky! You got your lunch pack for your big day tomorrow? There he is.
Oh, there's two.
I'll go for the other one. I'll go for yellow.
Go.
Alright, he's done.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Yay!
Well played.
Did you?
Jump in queue,
Finally
Steve.
got on the game.
Hopefully a couple will leave. Although it is regulars night, so we should be cycling people out for our regulars.
I feel like I did relatively good that game in that I made the T2 transition without falling particularly behind the front.
So I take it that we swap out Noomerang for good old Fury.
Technically, 2 need to go.
You can swap me out if you want. I'll split.
No.
No.
You're a regular.
You shut the fuck up, you pork chop.
Yeah.
Do it
Okay.
yourself.
You're a very kind and caring person, but
Thank you.
at the end of the day, we're here to play together.
Well,
If you want to, join in with, or not you, but if people want to join in with these things, they need to,
This
give us a
democracy
reason,
is run as a
come on.
dictatorship.
I'm going to make
Potato
this
chip.
one as low water, no water, alright?
But
Everyone
jump back
understands
in, mate.
Hey,
You have no water. Jump back in, Jim.
you can only have maximum 8 on this thing.
I think you're gonna need to change the people.
No, just
Yeah.
just stay there. We'll be replacing 2. It's regulars night tonight. So, who is not in the Discord channel?
Dano, No Range, and Dogwhip.
All 3 aren't.
And Noomerang didn't give you the max last game, so he's got my vote as someone who goes.
And no, just sat there and text. Minimum effort.
Yep. So there you go.
I apologise for my English brethren. I will find them. I will find them and I will kill them.
Who was out of Eno and Dogwhip? Who was the last to join?
I can't remember.
I can zoom out.
Just flip a coin. It's all you can do at this point.
Oh, I've got a coin. I've got a coin.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
flipping.
but yours probably doesn't. Yours
Yeah,
probably
but
doesn't
yours
have
probably
head or
has a
tail.
picture of the queen on one side and a picture of the king on the other. So when we say heads, you won't know
No,
which
you
fucking head.
can't get a fucking coin like that.
There you go.
Actually,
Oh, no,
it shows
jump
I
out.
won it. It's
It's
a
alright.
1 pence.
Wait, it's fine.
They
Don't
both
need to
jumped
anymore.
out.
Sometimes, Brutus, I think the teacher is like. Shh, shh.
Because I need to run things along. Because if I don't, you'll sit there and yak for 10 minutes and we'll never get a game in.
Okay.
No, it's
Don't
not
make
a
me really
criticism.
hurt, you know what I mean? Don't tell me
wait.
the truth. Lie to me.
Oh, fucking not lie. Hey, at work I'm paid to fucking lie to people. I'm at home, start paying me and I'll fucking lie to you. What was I gonna do?
Okay, then.
No, look, it's a fact. You're 50 years old. You're aware of who you are. So, like, I'm not telling you anything you don't know.
I don't care. See, I've got a thick
Yeah,
skin,
see?
you see, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I haven't though. That's what I was telling my mum. She said, "Oh, if you listen to some of the lads, no wonder people wouldn't come." But I've got thick skin, so I don't care. You give as good as you get. That's why you like. That's why we get on.
I wouldn't throw it at you if I thought you couldn't handle it. Unless I didn't particularly like you, then I would.
Oh well, that's it. It's all right. I'll bite your leg, but
Because
I'll
he
always bring
wouldn't
it
like
back.
anyone.
That's why I let you
Hello.
play with me, Fiona. I say, let's have a game, Fiona, and we'll jump in a lobby together and get some less than reputable people to play with.
This will probably be my last verse AI. Pigs, if you wanted to jump into a inactive AI and just show you the build order at the start, I can quickly do that in 5 minutes afterwards if you can.
Yeah, just chuck me out and tell me where to go, or you move me around, and I'll just.
Another good thing might be some blueprints for him. So
Yeah.
if he's like his APM's low.
Yep.
Just like a basic, fucking 10 win to converters or something like that.
Yep.
I'll put something to. I should get a chance this week. I've done most of my videos, but I'm still doing some more. I should get a chance to put something in the ideas thing, and then you guys can have a look and then see where we want to progress it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good.
That's what I whacked it up for since we got our
They're small boxes.
Nothing wrong with small box, mate. You know it's tight.
Why did I fall into that one?
Tom, what happened to you being backline the next few nights that we go on?
You like me getting sweet fuck all, so it doesn't matter.
If you're building better ecos, it's much easier to fund off a front.
Where should I go?
Oh, you're a perfect spot. Fine. Pray, there's 3 there.
You want to swap?
I'll give up my spot for you if you want, Fiona. I don't mind. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, so you say.
I bloody am a gentleman.
Yeah, you say.
My fellow English lot let the side down last time. I'm not happy about that.
Oh, are you going to swap because Fiona's waiting?
Oh, go on then. There you go.
So from there, things just help the lane that's struggling.
Oh, yeah, where is it then? Oh, we're going that way, are we? I was thinking we were going downwards, I don't know why. Well, it's bottom right, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll probably try and hold this.
If I can get to this, I'll be happy. If I can get to that, I'll be even happier.
If I can actually get some units on the ground, me, I'll be even happier.
Battle started.
No, Fiona's benefits are going to have the high ground on me. I'm not going to have any in.
Baby.
Kissed by a rose on the red.
I better not start singing. Well, it's not really singing, it's more like croaking.
Better not start pulling the cat tail, you reckon?
I'm a dog man myself, not a cat.
Well, some dogs make some horrible noises when they squeal.
Well, you don't really own a cat, do you? They own you.
Well, I think they do.
So, Pigs, this is a map where you just build wind based on the wind speed.
I'm doing right there.
You're doing the right thing. You guessed right.
Don't make a player out of me yet.
Debatable. The confidence in this room.
I couldn't expect it to. I couldn't expect it to be too nice, but I didn't communicate. I didn't do much last one. I only had 1 mech to start with.
You line them up, mate, and we're gonna fucking smash them out of the park every time.
Oh yeah, I'll give you him, and then you can So he said one of them, and then one of them. All right. Okay. Fine, Joe. I'm backliner, but I'm not having that. Are you gonna do something? No, you're not.
Probably not. I think just sitting here having a nap, and you'd cover my lane for me because you're such a nice guy, such a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
John's puppy's angry.
Hey, come down. You're all right.
I thought you had a dog. I was thinking, am I hearing things?
Which one of us are you calling a dog?
Hey, come down.
Is that Fiona?
I'm not calling anybody a dog.
Ooh.
I don't participate.
Watch
in
it.
that. Watch it.
Watch it or get nutted.
Leave my nuts alone.
Well, I suppose you're that old, mate, that
That's
you
a
can
big
worry.
ask. I don't think I can leave your nuts alone.
Yeah. I was going to say, at 50 years old, mate, you got to worry about kneeing yourself in the nuts when you walk.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Took
see
you a
what you're
second.
saying. I don't know. I used to go out with. Well, I spent 10 years with her, and she used to like look after people, like, you know what I mean. And she used to say, "Oh, you should have seen some people. It was just unbelievable."
Mm-hmm.
That's what you know. She used to be a carer sort of thing. Well, she still is, but. Where the hell are we?
Where did my lads go?
Oh, we don't have a unit, is it?
Sorry?
We don't have a units then.
Air? No, I think it was disabled.
Oh, nice.
He said.
Ah, fuck. I hate that you can't screenshot this game.
You can F12.
I hate that you
Yeah.
can't do it with a snipping tool.
Yeah, that's annoying.
What stopped you with the snipping tool?
Windows Shift S.
Yeah. It's
It's
been like that for
broken.
20 years. I still never used it.
Oh, it's the best thing when I was playing Albion online. I'd use it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, Ray.
No worries. I happened to have a builder next to it, so I thought it was better to grab it as soon as I could.
Pig, you got shit in your
and then
base.
Pass it on.
Yeah, mate.
You got shit in your base.
Have I got? Have I got shit?
I think you put music on and you can't hear that there's units you're killing all your wind and your mexes.
I never. The trouble is, I never know when it's mine or not. Do you turn
Well,
off the
what you
music?
need to do, yeah, don't listen to music in the game. You need to be able to, if you're playing a multiplayer game, you need to be able to communicate with the other people in the game. And then you've got and then you've got these sort of things, the pings. And if you can't hear those pings, then you can't see what's happening. I could be pinging your base saying you're getting fucked up, which Twig was, and you're just sitting there, la, 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 listen to the music. Which I listen to music when I'm playing games for myself, and sometimes I'm like, fuck, I can't even hear what is going on in this game. But yeah, if you're playing a multiplayer one, you'd be better off to have like
I've turned it right down. Nothing now. That's two things I've learned today. God.
Yeah, just listen to the melodies of our wonderful Australian accent and our wonderful Singaporean accent that we have here today.
Oh, Singapore's lovely.
It is lovely. I like
Just have to
Singapore.
pull me out.
Pull you
Sorry?
out.
Well,
Pigs.
shit's training is
Pigs.
just an imitation English one, isn't it? I mean, clearly, so it's, you know.
In your base, pigs.
Well, no, they're not. You're
I
lying to
know,
me.
but I'm pinging what you should be doing. You got 2 mexes not built.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Stop talking. Get in doing. You idiot.
Get cracking. And not fat either.
Oh, I see. I thought I had that wrong.
Oh, so don't crack a fat during the game. I see. Oh, it's beautiful.
No, that's...
Let me.
Ray, you're about to get a plank.
I see this,
Did
and
I
there's
not get
not a
that?
lot I can do about it right now.
I just hope Crocodile is... Okay, I think he'll survive.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll make it out. He does have a nice juicy metal field in front of him too. When that becomes useful.
Yes, send me spam. Let me blast. Yeah, I'd run away too. The Grunts don't want to fight the Janus for some reason.
It's an evil unit. It's
What
a bit
is
like celery.
You don't like
celery.
peanut butter and celery?
I can't stand celery. I can't stand pineapple either.
Oh,
I know it'd be good, but not coming to Australia, would I? Becking pineapple. I don't like coconut either. That's disgusting.
yeah, we don't like hot beer, but there you are.
You lot don't know about beer.
You don't either. You're not fucking German.
I'm English. We know about beer. We know about beer.
Yeah, you know about it. You don't know how to do it properly though.
How would you know? Have you been here?
No. No, just look at the teeth. Tells you everything.
You have teeth?
Come to our fabulous country.
Oh, yes. Maybe.
Yes, baby.
I don't know, it just reminds me of the sketch show Little Britain.
Oh, so sad that they can't put on anymore because of the fucking winters.
Hey pigs, I circled that mex so many times I've managed to walk one of my slow ass constructors into your base and build it for you.
Oh, I was doing it. I built a constructor. Get off my fucking thing.
Fuck off, you Australian prick.
Get off, you Aussie prick. I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna reclaim you, fucking bastard.
I literally built you. I built you a fucking.
Reclaim me mad shit, you gay bastard. Right, that's it.
It's paying for my. It's paying for my the mechs that I built you and transferred to you.
Fucking attack, you bastard. Not there, you fucking stupid gay boys.
Jesus Christ. And you reckon I'm gonna get the channel fucking banned?
What is happening?
He's a gay. Oh. He just degunned it. No, he didn't. He just no, he's messing about. He's trying to be funny, so I just got rid of it. Well, he got rid of himself. That's it. I'll listen next time. Sorry.
Forgot to add daddy at the end of the sentence.
Who?
Daddy.
Who's your daddy?
Fuck that. I'm not that desperate. Hey, I don't even like my own father. I don't want a fucking surrogate one. He's a cunt.
Is this the one that you go and help build everything at their house every other day?
No, that's stepfather.
Did you have a bit
No,
of
that's my stepfather.
a deadbeat dad, did you?
Yes. Yes, he thought it'd be nice when I was a kid beating me up and all that.
Oh yeah. That's why you wait till he's old and beat him up.
Well, actually, you mentioned that, but I didn't. But my mum and my mum and him had a house together, and he wouldn't sign the papers. He was being an ass. She wanted me to go see him, He was being an ass. My gran was there, and he was being okay. And I told him, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna smack your face in, you fucking bastard. And he whinged on at my gran. Jay said he was gonna hit it, you know, because you know.
What a little bitch.
When I was a kid, obviously, he was an ad fucker, but.
Stop into your fucking gran that you're gonna smack him. Fuck me, Dad. Pray
Yeah.
sums it up. What a little bitch.
I'm not a violent. Like I said, I'm not a violent person. But
Wow, good fun. At least it was when I got that. I think I'd be very good at it now.
It's my mum's fault, really, because she didn't want to see him.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. If you fucking divorce someone, you know, you probably don't want to see them. In most cases, there would be the odd one.
Push now, Prey. We're distracting this whole army if you've got anything.
Yeah, cool. I'll send my shit in.
Well, we've got the huge swarm over this
You got a name for your little one then, Quig?
Yeah.
That you're having?
Yep.
Grant.
Oh, am I going to be the first in the family to know the name?
No, I'm not going to say it.
Oh, you bastard.
I need a well, I'm still on T1. Why am I still T1?
Nothing wrong still being on T1, so am I.
I'm still on T1 too.
Most of us are still on T1.
Yeah,
that makes
T1,
me feel
fun.
a lot better then. That makes me feel a lot better.
I don't even want to go T2 now.
I'm just gonna keep quiet.
Yeah, we already hear it. We already hear it.
I already hear the siren call.
Yeah, but I'll move my army over now.
If playing this game properly, we're just messing about.
Well, if you're winning with T1, don't really need
T2's
to.
a waste of metal.
Yeah. The only reason I do it is if I want a big reclaim field.
Twig, you doomed me.
Hey Fiona. That time is now.
Let's go.
Oh, fuck, my commander's dead. Fuck, I miscued that.
Wow.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And this is the benefit of having teams in that when one side's under pressure, you go, well, it's probably going to be free on the other side, so let's go.
As you can see, the AI doesn't even worry about the other side with Fiona and Bruticus. They're just free to do whatever they please.
They've been over here for a while.
Oh, sure they have. Sure they have.
Watch the replay. That's your go-to.
If I didn't see it, it didn't happen.
Yeah, well, you can see it on the replay.
I'm pretty much taking on the whole enemy with my 1 LLT and my mechs.
That's because they've been over here and we killed the rest.
Hey Twig, I love how you do that. You bait B like there's no tomorrow, and he falls into it every single time.
I do it too. Sometimes I play along with it for everyone's entertainment, like Pradith with his what is it? His one follower of my channel that he's no longer bringing to the thing thinks that I don't know that.
Of course you fucking do.
Dragon League.
Oh shit. Yeah, because some
fun,
random
though.
Australian person would fucking join the stream.
And they happen to be from South Australia.
Victor Harbour, which I know well.
Victor Harbour. Oh, man.
Alright, I'm as good as dead. I lost half my medal.
That's because you tagged.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
There's sniper bots there, Bruticus.
Yeah, sounds like they're over here. Building up my fresh army. That push kind of killed most of mine. I can't get to him. I kind of tried and that cost me my army, so I'm eating it now.
Oh, hello.
What I can do is I'm going to set up some spam. Ooh, fucking. I heard that. That was the naughty word said. Watch here. Enjoy the medal because I am overflowing like a motherfucker. As long as we keep bringing this reclaim, we'll be fine.
Yeah, Goobaz, is he in chat or is he not? Because
Who's that?
it sounds as if it sounds as if he's in a fishbowl. I can't
No,
really
he's got
hear what
a-
he's saying.
No, that's the telly. You're picking up background
it?
noise. Yeah.
Oh,
Nah,
right.
he's in an internet cafe.
Nah, I'm on another Discord. Listening on the mobile.
So we're all fucking wrong.
No. Doesn't any of you have proper internet connection?
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, why was yours all fucking...
That was the Discord though. That wasn't the internet.
Oh,
so
I
that
don't
was
blame
fine.
the Discord. Discord's part of the internet. From the
Yeah.
interweb. Yeah. They feel Tom trying to blame everyone else.
Yeah, well. I'll have to be careful. He's going to be abandoning me as well. Like you did the other fellow English people.
No, we didn't ban them. They just got spectated. It is all the regulars night tonight. Regulars get priority.
Have to reward those that keep coming back.
Yeah. Even if we don't like them, pigs.
That dig at me. I'm quite disappointed actually. I've not heard pork chop for a while. I've got used to being sent to be.
I prefer Bacon Boy.
Oh. Yeah. He prefers Bacon Boy because bacon comes from the pig's ass.
I can't change that now because obviously the channel is Pigs TV, so I can't do it.
Change the pork chop or Bacon Boy.
No, pork chop's better. It's less derogatory.
Oh yeah, you don't want to upset those who can't eat bacon. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
I like bacon.
Oh, actually, they can't eat pork either.
Oh, I can't help you.
Well, you don't eat bacon. Oh yeah, you said you didn't eat bacon, didn't you?
Who?
Fiona. So that avenue's just been closed off. Fiona doesn't eat bacon.
What? I do eat pork though.
Yeah, but you
Oh, you
weren't
get
on
the pork
about
on your
eating
fork?
it though, were you? That wasn't what you were on about, I know. You dirty man.
Can't have a laugh.
That's
What's the fucking
disgusting.
point?
She's a lady. You should treat her as such. You skanky git.
Oi.
Your pigs
you
are
know,
actually
no,
there. What
no,
he
no,
says.
No, you're not about to be using a voice changer.
Yeah. Yeah, lady boy. Fiona gave a fuck
Whatever.
about what I said. Fiona would have never joined your Discord in the first place. I found Fiona when she was, what, you were like 1 step or 2 step or something, and you played some games, I thought, wow, you're fucking good. I told you about the, our lobby, did you see the AllReasonNoLogic, did you jump in? No, you were a fucking pack and a half as far as new players go.
Me?
No, Fiona.
No, not you.
Oh, we got it.
No, nothing,
You made it
nothing
so
wrong with
better.
you.
Things. Twig blew it up. Well, we got it, Twig.
Nicely done. But you've actually done quite good with this pawn support.
Thank you. I've actually done something right. Great though, but
The spam can just be as important as mainline unit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Spam keeps the heavier frontline units that actually deal with damage alive. A stream
I
of
didn't think spam was spam. I just had this vision of meat going around, as in the food spam.
And you go on about me
Alright.
being a homo and you're sitting there fucking thinking about me, fucking
He's
spinning
thinking
on
about
me.
a meat spinner.
I've already admitted
Yeah,
that.
he's thinking about spinning on me, dirty bastard. Fuck.
See, I get up, obviously, because you're all them hours ahead of me. I get up, I think, right, I must have my dinner as in, like, what you would class as lunchtime, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sunday dinner at 10:30 in the morning, so I can come and play with you lot.
Yeah, well, we appreciate the commitment.
Well, I think it's it's been a
And
lovely
we-
day. I've enjoyed today.
It's
Well, we enjoy playing with you as well. Otherwise, we wouldn't have fucking made like that fucking shit for, ideas and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's brilliant.
And Twig, if Twig wasn't a married man, I think you two would be fucking going steady by now. Because he'd love you big a dual PvP with him.
I thought he did shit that game.
Oh god.
Oh no, I'd rather bend you over the sofa and give you a good scene too than Twig. I think he's more of a gentleman. You need it. He gets some. Well, no, actually, he might not get any now because obviously that's your problem because you don't fucking get any because you're too busy playing with your hand.
Actually,
Oh, sorry, is it the two fingers, not the hand? I keep forgetting.
Yeah, he needs
they're
to
even
pinch
too
it,
fucking
that
big.
big.
Yeah.
Because it's a little shaft, isn't it? It's not a big one. It's just a little two
I think we went over this the other night. It's just a fucking head.
Brilliant.
Alright, I think I'm gonna.
This is brilliant. I love this channel. I love you guys. You're all brilliant.
Let's jump on one of those eco ones. Pigs.
What?
We'll do that lobby. Yeah, well, these guys might follow, but we're just going to jump out of this. Unless you guys wanted to keep playing.
No, I'm gonna go to one night.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll rename it.
It's that time.
What is it?
Yeah, I'll just invite you to another one. Pigs.
Yeah, do that. I'm watching your. Are you going, boys?
Yeah, I am.
See you guys.
Oh, pray.
See you later.
Predator. No, it's different.
You can chase him.
Nah.
Where's Pigs gone? There he is.
Is it the same? Is it the same
No.
thing as before?
Just join off me and do 83P7.
83P7. Mint.
Cool. Just join the spectator. Yeah, I'll just get you to spec my build order at the start.
You want to spec me, and then I can watch you, and you can talk through it.
Just jump. You have to jump in the spec. I tried to spec you, but I'm not boss, so I can't.
Do I just have to press?
Yeah, spectator over at the bottom right. That's it. Alright, what's a good example map? You know what's a good example map is Supreme Isthmus.
I love that map.
It's just a fun map. Like, it gets played just a bit too much, that's why I think.
Supreme Commander map.
Why is that not working?
Yeah, I thought that was brilliant earlier on when we were all together and we were going through stuff.
That was my most fun part of the night. AI is good, but I get a bit over it sometimes.
That's why I think we should do the once a week so you can get your fix.
Alright.
I nearly said, why don't you two play against each other, and I could have watched you two then. But
I'm just going to explain this stuff to you. If you can just take a couple more things, and I might even extract this out of the stream and put it onto a different video if it's any benefit.
Playing against me isn't that fun because I don't play PvP that much.
I'll just do a very basic start position. So what I'm doing already is just putting down my mexes, obviously. And my start's a little bit different than Preys and Brutes. I usually go 2 mechs into 2 wind unless the solar drops instantly to 0. This map it usually doesn't get down to 0. Very unlucky if it does. And then I'll go straight into a bot lab.
yeah, I think that's what I wrote down before when you were doing it before. 2 mech, 2 wind or solar, 1 mech, 1 wind optional, and then lab.
Yeah, that's it. And then
yeah, that's what off your video was.
Yeah, then quite often, like, depending on the map, like, I'm not treating this as Supreme Isthmus, I'm treating this as like a standard map, because there's only some maps where I'll grab all 3 mechs straight away. This one I don't. what I'll do is first I'll do a grave robber, and then I'll do a construction bot, and then I'll get out a couple units.
So you do the grave robber because you want to get all the
energy. See how my energy's gone to 0?
Yeah.
And I've already got, I don't know if you can see the silhouette of where I'm building in the future. Can you see those, like where I've planned to build?
Oh yeah, I can see them, yeah.
So like, even though that's there, I'll hold down space and then I'll do another window over there. It'll interrupt what I'm doing and then drop it over to there. I always put that one resbot out getting that energy up. So what I usually do, I stand here with my commander watching the energy bar to see when energy starts being in excess to the point where I don't have to build on any more wins. And what I'll do, like while this constructor's building, I can see it's halfway done. It doesn't need much energy. I'll hit spacebar on the constructor, quickly pushes the constructor out. I take him to go build the other mechs, depending how my metal's going. On this one, actually, I'd probably, because this energy's high now, I'd quickly turn him around. I'd drop down the lad there and then space my commander onto that construction turret and quickly push that out. And that's only 10 seconds that's taking. And then I'll get this constructor to go do this, get a blueprint that I've already got going, which I'll show you how to do these in a second, and I'll drop them around the base, these blueprints. Now that constructor's done. I fucked up, I usually have units on repeat. And that construction turret will one-to-one assist the builder and assist the lab. Now that construction turret's there, I take my commander out. And that's pretty much how I start a base. And you can see I've got excess of metal, and it doesn't matter where my commander is. If I've got an excess of energy, I said metal before, I meant energy. If I've got an excess of energy, I'll just drop. It only costs 1 metal to build one of these, so I don't even care if I lose it. I'll just build it wherever my commander is. Even though he's on his way somewhere else, I'll just spacebar, drop that, and I'll get +1 more metal each time one of those goes down, if they're on.
If I get, while you're building, so if I get my head around what you're saying, is say you start building something with the commander.
Yeah.
If you hold down the space bar and then do something else, he'll go do that and then go back to the other thing.
That's right. So see this constructor over here?
Yeah.
So can you see how he's got a big grid of stuff ready to build?
Yeah.
Let's just say I want to do the same thing with him. There's too much wind, let's say. I'll just spacebar, click on that, get this turret to maybe assist it, or do whatever. And then once that's done, he's going to just resume and then go on with this wind straight afterwards. Turns back around.
The unit that you wanted to build first and then press the spacebar though, wouldn't you?
Yes, of course. So like, once again,
it doesn't know what you're building, does it?
I don't want to interrupt this big queue I've got set with this constructor. I've realized, oh shit, I forgot to do an anti-air. So I'll click the anti-air, hold down spacebar, and then somewhere in his green box, drop that anti-air, goes down, doesn't interrupt the queue. Now this is the next thing here. So I'll be on the front line usually, like doing stuff with the commander and building LLTs and microing these units. I'll drop back and be like, okay, my metal's starting to go up. It's time to get a constructor, so I'll do another construction turret. So I'll do the same thing with this constructor that's always in my base. He's always there, always building. That's what you do to keep your eco going. Is I'll hit the space bar once again and I'll do a construction turret. Because there's already one construction turret here, I'll probably just get him to resume what he was doing by hitting the space bar again and going on with what he was doing. Because this construction turret's automatically going to build this other construction turret. So that's all going along, and that's pretty much it. That's my start. I've got +15 metal already, and it's only 5 minutes in. Another 5 metal, and you can almost go for T2. And yeah, by 6 minutes, I could Control D my commander or something like that to get the metal if it's an 8-player map.
Because I always assumed you needed about 30 metal. Or
22's about, it depends what you want to do. And that's where it's about reading the map. Like, you don't go to T2 if your intention is to build Fat Boy straight away off of 20 metal. If you're going to build Hounds though, which only cost like, I don't know, 500 metal each or something. Let's just speed this up so I can see the actual costs. Alright, so what is it? It's a Sheldon's 410 metal, a Fiend's only 200 metal. So if I was just intending like, oh shit, like I really want to, I've seen a gap in the enemy's defenses, I really want to get out some fast units, I want to get out some Fiends. If I had like plus 20 metal, which I don't right now, I'll just quickly do the transition to T1, to T2. I'll reclaim my lab to get the metal for it. Let's see how long this takes.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I've just interrupted the queue, cancelled all the units out of it, and just say I've.
With that, obviously you can't.
Yeah.
You can't use the Lazarus for the thing, but I don't know what the equivalent is for the. What's the equivalent for?
Grave Robber. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Now
one thing.
Now you're buggered. You can't build them though, can you?
Yeah. See how I've run out of resources, but I've got heaps of units on the front line. So I'd grab my commander, and I'll press E and hold down Alt. Alt means it's controlling things just to one type of thing. So and then I'll draw a circle around off of one of my grunts, and you can see my commander's now reclaiming the grunts for extra metal and doing a transition like to the T2 by funding it by reclaiming my units on the front line, and it's only reclaiming grunts, it's not reclaiming any of the aggravators, because I figure if I'm building Fiends next, I don't really need the grunts because the Fiends are like a better version of it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
obviously they can go a bit further away, can't they? So
yeah,
the grunt can't, but the aggregator can.
Yeah, that's right, and they're just a lot more solid. And if I've got a line of them like this is what I usually go for my tier 2 Cortex transition, is I'll keep my aggravators, not worry about the grunts, and I'll go into Sheldons, and the Sheldons can stand behind. Anyway, I'm just going to show you something else. So if you look back in my base, you can't see my cursor. It's almost better to share my screen, but I won't worry about it.
I can see your cursor. Yeah, I can see it.
So if you select on my construction bot, I think it shows you there's a place blueprint button down there.
Yeah, got
it. Yeah. So
Alt B.
Yeah, I've got a few blueprints saved. Like here's one here that I've just put down, and you can see the silhouette of all these advanced solars. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio of advanced solar and converter. Now, you should go into an active AI game. So go create yourself a single player game and make the AI inactive so it won't do anything. Go through and build what you want. And let's just look at over here. Can you see where I'm drawing around here? That's one of my blueprints. So you build something like this where you've got like 10 or 11 or whatever it is, 12 wins and 2 converters. So the way to create a blueprint is you can do this at any point in bar. You don't have to be in an AI game. You can just be in any game. In the order that you want them to build, you select, like I'm selecting each of the 6 wins, and then I'm selecting an energy converter, and then I'm selecting 6 wins, and then I'm selecting an energy converter. Now I've got all of this stuff down here selected.